Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good luck carrying me.
Get away from the immediate threat.
Yay.
Someone, please carry me.
I'm already
Yes.
carrying you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you are
yeah.
at 5, so you are absolutely unconscious right now.
He's paralyzed,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, it's just like what happened last time, where I'm gonna roll a die and then you're gonna be out for a certain amount of days.
Yeah. Pass right out after I was shooting fireballs from prone. Or not fireballs.
I'll do that right now.
Oh, my legs.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me. Alex.
Yikes.
10 days.
Roll high.
All right.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
All right. Yeah, Felix is down for the count. So I would say it's not only kind of difficult terrain through the swamps anyway, naturally, but also you already had your movement, your 3 standard, plus a 4th. So it's kind of late at night. So if you guys want to push another hex, like an actual other hex moving, would probably be risking more exhaustion. Not for Felix because he's unconscious, but for the rest of you to push on. But you can still like hide and try and like without moving a hex, like you're like moving away to try and find a safer spot to like rest until morning or something. Or you can try and push on. It's completely up to you guys.
Assuming we can keep quiet about it, I think it's worth it to try and move a little bit. It's not like any of us are going to literally die if we walk another hex.
Wait, how many points of exhaustion do you have?
1 for.
Oh,
3.
okay, no. That's good. I have 1 HP, just so you know.
Yeah.
Alright, right on.
I shouldn't have.
I mean, it's up to you guys, but I think it's worth it to just try and keep moving 1 more hex. The further we can get from them, the better off we are. Assuming that we can move quietly, which is up to the fates.
Up to you guys. I'm out.
Yeah.
What happens when you get 4 exhaustions?
It's a good question.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember, but
I can
find out.
There's a chart. If you go
Hit
into the
point
compendium,
max is halved.
Speed halved, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, hit point maximum halved.
Yep. So you can still move. Half.
So you are alive. That's basically all you get when you're at 4.
You're not a vegetable like me.
We could keep walking for a while, but maybe not a whole hex. Just enough to find out.
So move further and try and find some better shelter. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that would give Makoso 4 levels of exhaustion and slow us down even more.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that. Just move a little bit, try and find some better shelter, but let's not move the whole hex.
absolutely. So go ahead and Rick, or Edmund, I should say. Edmund, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
I have a feeling you're good at this.
Uh,
Only the
Survival.
dice will tell.
do I get any advantages? Is anybody assistant?
I'm gonna say no on this one. It's dead of night, and
In
nobody else has dark vision who is conscious or knows the swamp, and everyone's exhausted. So I'm just gonna say it's a straight roll. All right, so it's good enough.
So-
It's not like the perfect. It's not the perfect, but you do find a spot where there's a little bit of like a protection. I don't want to say a grove. It's not huge. It's just like a small protection where it's a little bit drier, and you guys kind of huddle together with your packs and make a somewhat sheltered reprieve that you can rest until morning.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best to use Mask of the Wild to try to use the foliage around us to hide us the best that it can.
Okay.
No, it generally only works for me, but
Yeah, that's fine.
here
Say you're
doesn't
doing that and maybe like some druid craft or whatever, like you're
Yeah.
trying to cover
Little
yourselves.
fog.
Plus, you had pass without a trace, so there's no tracks,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Okay.
I'm gonna try and disconnect and reconnect for a second, just to see if I can get any of you to stop cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, I think on my end it's mostly me. I might have to not stream, which I hope I can avoid that, but whatever.
You haven't cut out
It sounds
No.
better.
a little minute, so
I think
You've
it
been
sounds
pretty
better now.
decent for the last few minutes, Dylan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been okay. It's just there's some words that I can't quite make out, and it's annoying me. But I think it's okay now.
All right, yo. So, you guys rest until morning. I'm assuming Edmund is on watch, since you don't have to sleep. You
Yep.
just meditate or whatever.
Tran-
Okay.
Elven freak.
All right. So,
You're freaks because you have to sleep. Weirdo.
Edmund, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Brum, 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 brum.
Okay.
Nat 20.
So, there's kind of like a perfect break in some of the foliage, and just dead of night because you can hear it first. You notice a couple of figures moving, maybe about 30 or 40 feet in front of you. And you can see just by the way that they're kind of slithering that these are definitely Yuan-Ti. It looks like a patrol that's coming kind of like back to Nusha's direction. You can see that they veer off ever so slightly, and they go into what you're just realizing is like a large hole in the swamp. You can see that it's about halfway submerged in murky water. You can't really make out colors, but you can just kind of tell that much by like the sheen coming off the water. And they kind of half swim and slither down into this hole. And it looks kind of like, just from the opening, it looks somewhat similar to what you have seen in the past, like with the other ruins.
I do have a good track record of slipping in these holes and killing the monster inside of them. Just throwing that out there. But the people surrounding me tend to die. So, let's see. I'll note it.
Yeah, that's
They
you
went-
notice they didn't notice you. It's just you, and they weren't really trying to be stealthy. It's just that it's the dead of night, and they're just naturally, the way that they move is somewhat silent. So
they didn't come out of this hole. They slithered around and then went into this hole.
yeah, they look
And
like
they're
they were going back towards the direction of Nusha, and then they veered off ever so slightly and went down into this tunnel.
Okay. Another traveling underground water.
And the rest of the evening goes uneventfully.
Praise.
You guys would need to sleep in. Let's see here. Just given you pushed on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you guys get a full rest. I had to like do the math of like what time it actually was. So yeah, you guys get a full rest, and you're still within the normal, like 6 or 7.
I am no longer exhausted.
I
Lucky duck.
move.
Yeah, you can
Well,
move.
I'm assuming I'm conscious now because I rolled 9. Is that like one day or what's the?
No, it's the opposite. That's number of days that you're unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious for 9
Yeah,
days.
you're unconscious for 8 more days.
Oh shoot. Okay. Never mind. Scratch that. I wasn't sure how you're rolling that 10.
Yeah.
But plenty of time for us to fuck out of here.
Is there anything that I can do to try and help with that? Like if I take a look at him?
I forgot how to roll for first.
You're gonna have to like roll a 20 on your medicine check here.
I mean,
bud.
you can roll a medicine check to see like how bad he is.
Yeah, I'm
Like
going
you
to
kind of
observe him.
discern, like to try and discern some of this as character knowledge.
Yeah.
But to help, go ahead and make a medicine check. We'll see what happens.
Basically, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm going to check on him, make sure that he's in decent shape, that he might survive the trip. It's okay.
Yeah.
It could be worse. Could be worse.
He just honestly, you guys haven't like bathed or showered. He's like caked in blood. He's caked in mud. He's caked in, it's just he doesn't look very good. He's breathing. He seems stable, but
with whatever provisions I have, I'm gonna try and clean him up a little bit, make sure he doesn't get infected. But like, there's not a whole lot that I can do.
right.
But at least before the others get up, I'm assuming I slept the shortest because I wasn't as exhausted. I'm just gonna try and clean him up.
Well, no one else look in my direction, or I might die.
Yeah.
Just dead. He died. Complicated.
Although technically his lifeless body did go up to full HP, didn't it? Or his nearly lifeless body.
Yeah, no. He went up to, so you do recover.
Well,
you
whatever
recover one
he can get
exhaustion.
up to.
You recover one exhaustion, and you're at full HP. And if you used any hit dice, you recover half.
Well, I'm at full half HP.
Yeah, because he's
Right.
level 4 exhaustion.
Right.
So,
Good luck, boys.
let's go.
Which I believe we already verified though that the hit dice recover properly as well. With the feeling rested button.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I don't know how to do that. So,
It's based on you got to click on your token. Which, by the way, okay, everybody's on the map, on the right map.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did I?
Right.
But yes. Okay, so on the bottom right, I put all your tokens, so you can essentially
Yeah.
click the button and do the stuff.
okay, that's cool. I didn't know how to do that, but I filled in everything already anyway.
Mm-hmm. Just get
Alright.
that long rest. You're good to go.
Oh, I got my spell slots back.
Yep.
I have spells for repair. Wow, this is
That's what I
scary.
said.
Ah, it worked.
Yeah, that's
Long rest
fine.
were Good.
So I'm not going to I'll let you prepare whatever you're gonna prepare. So you can do that, and then if like we get into an encounter or whatever, we can say that you prepared.
Just remember
Whatever. Yeah.
how many spells I can prepare.
Say what you need to say. What you need to say.
All right. So you all awaken. The swamp is already, coming to life in the wee hours of the morning. Kind of have to swat off a few larger mosquitoes and start your day.
Wake up. We need to move. Come on. Grab the little one. We have to go. He's dead to the party.
Yeah.
Is Makoto still here? I haven't heard you in a while.
I'm here.
And
Okay.
I think I'm gonna carry Helix just because I'm the least exhausted.
I will lead us out of here.
Ooh, 1d6?
Makosa looks back from where they came, like in the direction of Nusha. Moment of silence, shakes his head, and will resolve to go on forward.
Mhm.
He's worried about the civilians.
Oh, they're gone. Don't
they
worry.
died horrible deaths.
And as you
Probably.
think back, you remember the scream of a woman that was cut short as you guys were there, and that was like away from you guys. And you remember kind of the still burning cinders of many of the buildings. Kind of all those like visceral images like coming back now that you're off your adrenaline kick.
You have to change me.
I meant specifically for the ones that we brought. Like
I
they
know.
ran while we engaged,
Stop.
right?
But while you were having like your moment of silence, like those images kind of come back to you.
Oh,
Just that. They went running when we got in our combat in the city when you weren't here.
mhm.
Yeah, so they
and they're
were,
gone.
whatever, a couple minutes ahead of you, but they they seemed like they were heading down like this road, this exit road, like that direction.
Well, we pulled the UNT the other way, so that's good. Theoretically.
But they're dead. Don't worry.
Can you not?
Well, the people? No, they're either slaves or they're food. Those are their two things.
The auntie were looking for food, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, you guys gotta be such Debbie Downers.
I mean, they're Debbie dead, so.
They're Debbie Downers.
Oof,
Yeah.
ouch, owies.
They're Debbie dead, so. It's fucked up, but. Hey.
All right.
Hey, they're dead.
We got business to attend to, folks.
Exactly. We got
Alright,
stuff to
so who is at half speed?
Me.
Me,
I'm assuming most people except for me.
except
Well,
you're
I'm-
carrying Felix.
That's
But-
true. So I am actually at speed.
All of us.
I wake up.
I am definitely not at half speed. I have no exhaustion. I'm fine.
Ooh,
You're
what?
fine, but considering
I love-
you guys also do not have your donkey and cart.
Oh shoot, we forgot that.
Aw.
That was back at the tower.
I
Well,
mean,
I
like,
assumed you
brought
took it
them.
with you to Nusha.
Yeah. We did that.
I assume we had to abandon it though.
I guess we didn't take it with though. As soon as the what are those big mosquito things?
Sturgis.
The Sturgis. I'm assuming once they attacked, we didn't even worry about the donkey anymore. So I'm gonna guess the donkey got killed. Realistically,
This is why you don't name your pack animals.
It's true.
yeah. Anyway, we don't have it anymore though.
So yeah, I would say considering that, you'd be hard pressed to get like 2 hexes today. Just because everybody is at, it's already difficult terrain, which is why I said you can only move at the like normal pace
Oh.
is pushing it at 3. But like you guys are pretty fucked.
That is 2 hexes right there, right? So we could kind of get to the border
Well,
of the
because-
swamp if we wanted.
Yeah, but essentially, I'm giving you 2. Because
Yeah,
I was going to half, and half of 3 rounded down is 1. So I'm like, that's pretty lame.
2 is
So-
too generous.
So 2 is like you're like, oh, you're really trying to get out of the swamp.
2 is our DM being a generous god king.
Yes, very generous.
We could just cut straight across.
That guy.
Like, we probably want to go here, right? This place?
Where? I'm not looking.
Am I hidden?
He's doing paperwork. No, you're
Oh,
I'm looking.
this
I'm
is the
looking.
closest.
Where are you pointing at?
Wherever that is, we don't know what that is though.
I would have
know,
to cross
but,
the-
like, it's a town.
We'd have to cross the river.
We have to cross, yeah, we
Worst
would have
case
to cross the river.
scenario. Yeah, worst case scenario, we just follow the water.
Do we know if
There's a
this
place
right
down here too.
Is this right here a ruin? Do we know that?
no. That is a village. You know that's a village.
The thing is it's awfully close to Nusha.
Where's Nusha?
Where we are right now, it's awfully close to Nusha, where the UNT already are. Right there is Nusha.
But we don't
Yeah,
know
our
if they.
goal is to leave the swamp for now.
But we don't know if they made it to this village yet. And if they didn't, I would like to warn the villagers.
Hey, I'm gonna head out for just a second. My wife is on her way home and she has some stuff she needs to call about quick.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be
Listen,
right
I
back.
thought the-
I'm unconscious anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I thought the ultimate goal was get to
Yeah, to
get to mod, isn't it?
get the mod is the
It
ultimate
is.
goal. But if, we can,
honestly,
if they haven't hit this village yet, and there's possibly a horse in the cart, we can move faster. Because if not, we have to walk the entire desert.
hold on.
Or
The thing is,
We
the
can
thing
ride
is,
the river.
We can go to the village, and we can warn the people, and we can, try to help them, if assuming they haven't been attacked yet.
Yeah.
But I would.
What?
Well, we don't
You
have
want
to.
a what?
Yeah.
No, I
How-
will not make out with you.
How dare you want to survive in a D&D? How fucking dare you?
In front of everyone? Absolutely not.
You disgust me. No, we couldn't. I feel like we can check this place out without being seen, just to see if it's been attacked or not. If it
It's
has,
kind of far away, though.
if it has, we can. There's another village further down, or we can head towards the river.
So it's looks like 4 days to get to this place.
Yeah.
3.
Which
4.
it would be like 1 day to get to the border of the swamp and start going down to there. And
Yeah.
hopefully, once we get out of the swamp, find some place to set up camp and rest. I'm voting to just fucking get out of the swamp.
Like,
I'm voting for the village. We also don't have a boat.
I mean,
We don't have to go
1,
across the
2.
border. There's places down here.
But then
1,
we would have
2.
we'd have to cross the desert.
Yeah, and it's safer than the swamp, I think.
It is, but we also could possibly get a cart and a horse if this place has not been. And up the desert a little easier.
to cross down like this.
Or I mean, we can
Riding the river is
Yeah.
definitely the way to go.
can hit that town there.
River is life, if there's anything I've learned.
Yeah, we kind
River's
Man.
life. We're in a
Like,
swamp.
in
created-
terms of desert,
the
from-
swamp is
from-
created by the wizard.
from a player standpoint, from my player's standpoint, I don't have hope for this entire swamp. This entire swamp's already dead to me.
Well, from my player standpoint of this literally being my home swamp,
Yeah.
it's not dead to me. Also,
well, wasn't
I'm
the
guy-
goal?
I'm guiding
Wasn't it-
everybody. You can stay here and die, and
Wasn't
I'll
the
make
goal
it
to
out.
get to mod? Because
I'll
mod is
make-
like where they'll raise an army.
I'll make it out of the swamp. Yeah, huh?
I
Yes.
thought the goal was get to mod, have them
It
raise
is,
an army.
but mod is a little far.
Yeah.
It's very-
So you wanna make this detour even longer by going to this place?
Yes.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
It may-
I
If it
I
means
mean,
somebody,
respect your duty.
I
if
don't
it means somebody
see.
might be alive, then yes. Or better
You have a
yet,
duty to these people. I respect it.
I have a
we can
conflict
always-
here because Harold would want to go and see if there's a people here
Where? In this village?
in the village. I would want to go and see if there's people there.
split.
Yeah. No. I just said like Edmund has a duty. I fully
Mhm.
respect that. Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Fully respect that.
can always split the party. Just saying, if you guys.
Whoa, who's
Yeah,
splitting the
let's-
party?
Yeah, well, let's go. Let's do it.
It's always a good idea to split the party, guys. Come on.
So it looks
Cool.
like we're going here, and then it would be like an awful trek to go from here to here to here to here to here.
Wait, where's the second place? Oh, okay, I see.
Like that looks like our proposed
looks-
journey.
That looks like
Awful.
time. Lots of time.
It does look like lots of time, and it does look like there's a bunch of Yuan T over here who
Yeah,
are doing things, and we're on a timer.
you know,
True. Also, though, what's the other way? We go down the river?
I'm gonna
It
be
would
in.
be
I'm
go to the
yeah.
river, probably
How-
check in at this town over here, and
Maybe.
then ride the river
If we
down.
can get across the river, or we could just walk down to here.
Well, how do we get across the river? Because we know the hexes are a lot of space, so the river's not small.
Yeah, we
I-
take
Here?
we take 2 years out to build a boat.
Yeah, is Dylan here? Dylan?
I'm pretty sure he's here.
Boss?
I'm here. What's
I-
up?
Boss, this river, right here.
It's that's accurate length. It's like 8
That's
miles
accurate
long.
length?
What we're thinking, Mississippi size? Although, at the longest point, Mississippi is 11 miles across.
It's a wide river. That's like the measurements on the map are pretty accurate.
generally 6 miles, and in some places where it's thicker, it's double that.
Okay.
I mean, you can't do like 3/4 of a hex. So yeah, some places it's not quite 12 miles, right? Might be like 9 or 11, but
Nice.
But like,
Could we
if you're on the
swim?
river here,
So-
you probably have like people going.
Just the
This is-
statement to make.
so
I'm
because
amazed-
this is the way you came. This is the way across at this part for the swamp. There's barges that go kind of like back and forth here and there. A lot of the other villages that are along the river are because there are goods that are flowing down the river, and they're like pit stops. Because
Right.
the river can be gentle, but it can also be dangerous. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It depends.
Yeah.
You know, so they have
So-
navigators and blah blah blah.
So we have three choices. We can come up to this town where we're more likely to get a barge across to this town and then make our way down here. Or we can cut straight across and hope to find a way across here directly. Or we
Okay.
can go down to this village, which possibly has not been attacked. I would say because it's a bit north of my family's home, possibly could not have been attacked. And hopefully be able to warn the people and hitch a ride to this town and then further down, eastbound and down.
Yeah.
If you have an obligation to these people over here,
Those are the three
fully
options.
respect that.
It's one of those things where I feel like knowing that this is where we'd have to go to cross this river makes me feel like the choices are kind of hold equal weight. There's almost equal chances that both of them are going to be deserted, but this one seems generally safer because there is a guarantee of transportation. If there's no one there, there might be something we can do.
Would also like to comment.
Yeah.
See Nusha right here?
Yeah.
You see how it got sacked?
Mm-hmm.
You see the distance from Nusha to this
Yeah.
place compared to the distance from Nusha to this place?
Which is pretty similar.
It's more than likely they went north and south.
Probably. Yeah.
I think just based off of where my family stays in the swamp, and I could see them defending a little closer to home
Okay.
versus Nusha or further north would be my guess.
I mean, if the general consensus is this place, then yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, both plans are equally risky and stupid, but what plan isn't?
This is true. Hey, at least we planned.
Yeah.
That's.
Did we?
I mean, we technically
Kind of.
we talked through it. We came up with different scenarios, and we picked which scenario was the least stupid.
Did we pick the one that was least stupid? Because I think
No,
the
we-
least stupid one is like, go here and ride the river.
Yeah.
But
I
We
feel like
have people to protect.
Do we need to take a break?
no.
No, I think we're gonna go. I would vote to go for this village here, whether or not.
I would support Rick.
Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. So
Edmund has proven his worth as a guide and as a
lover.
companion.
So.
Okay, yeah, lover. We'll go with that.
All right. So I'm gonna go with Edmund is first to move the banner, and then Makoso, because you have 2 today. So go ahead and move it. Roll a d6.
I feel like Ragnar just wants to see people that are in YouTube chuckle fuck. He just wants civilization.
So we're
Yay,
gonna-
civilization.
We're gonna stay off the road
Good idea.
and. Thanks, TM. What do we roll? It's a D6, right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d6, buddy.
D6 plus
Roll
1.
a d6. We're down a man too. Feels good.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Whoosh! Get them.
Yeah, in the clear.
Yeah.
All right, Makoso, go ahead and move another one.
Let's see what's.
We're gonna go from here to Here.
Yeah, we're not taking the road, at least not anytime soon.
All right,
Right.
go ahead and roll a d6. Okay,
It's a 5.
that's a 5.
Oof.
And
On
I
a
don't
5, we die.
And I don't remember if I told. Yes, I'm pretty sure because I went back to watch the thing. The chances are increased of getting an encounter.
What?
Fantastic.
No.
I did say that if you go back and watch it, I did tell you
I'm
explicitly.
sure you did. I trust.
The
So
best way to say it, because you know I'm not going to go back and watch it. You son of a bitch.
you can go back
Are
and
you?
watch it.
Have
It's
some
right at the
trust.
end. It's right
I
at
Have
the
some
end.
know.
trust, damn it.
So,
No.
all right, hold on.
Jeez, we're all doomed.
Not all encounters are bad, guys.
That's true.
We except
Oh,
Felix is
no
gonna
way.
die.
No,
May-
this is
maybe
no.
they'll-
This
may-
hold on. This is perfect. Okay, this is perfect.
Maybe you'll be kind lizard folk
So-
to want to trade with us.
As you're kind of like, and you're just trying to make your way through this fucking awful swamp. You're just swatting at the bugs. You are kind of like shuffling. You're trying to get Felix like back on your shoulder because just holding him for that long is it's a fucking burden. Your legs are burning, and you look over as you see someone kind of bumble out of the bushes, and then another someone. The first one is kind of it's kind of hard to see because they just rolled out and they're covered in a bunch of fucking bramble and stuff. The first one is like kind of more of a portly looking gentleman. They're definitely humanoids. The other one seems like a bit taller, a bit lankier, and their backs are to you, but you hear one go over, "Oi, sorry." And he reaches over and kind of helps the lankier one out of the bushes and dusts him off. And they don't seem to have noticed you. They just continue walking.
How far away is this?
They're probably about 60 feet, 70 feet.
I want to draw an arrow and stealth.
Wait, hold on. Wait, was that voice supposed to be identical?
It is. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
know.
Can
but-
I not recognize this? Do I not recognize the silhouette after
Hold on,
so much
hold on,
time
hold on,
spent pounding
hold on.
away at it?
Harold
God.
Harold just turns
Oh
to
no,
Makoso.
with my hammer.
Oh god.
Harold turns to Makoso and is like, "There are people up there."
Makoso squints his eyes.
Can we make like a perception
Well,
check to recognize
yeah,
them?
There's
that's
two
what I wanna
humanoids.
hear.
They're walking away from you. They're all like kind of dirty, and that's that. All you heard was that, and then they're. Go ahead and make a perception check if you like.
Cause I know it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and whisper to you, Harold.
All right.
Hold on.
I got him.
Would I?
All right. It is absolutely Dalen.
All right.
And it is also, for some reason, I'm drawing a blank here.
I didn't know either of their names. I forgot both of their names.
Yeah,
so
it
you're,
is Dalen.
you're doing better than me.
And the fuck, how far back in my notes is it?
It was
But
a while ago.
It's been a little bit. So blah 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 blah. Session 1, session. What the fuck? Give me like 1 second because. Hold on. Derek. Derek is the other one. He was like
Okay.
kind of more the leader of the people.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Missed the session.
All right. So.
So-
What do we need to-
Harold is the only one. Harold's the only one that
So-
sees this.
So Harold, after a second, just kind of looks at Makoso again and just goes, "Sorry." Oh, it's Dalen.
That tub of lard.
And I think one of
Right.
us should probably
Right.
tell Edmund to stop.
Who is Dalen?
No, Makoso yells that. Oi, lard! And if he hears that, he should recognize it.
You see them both kind of like turn back, and they wave. They're like, "Oi!" And they just like kind of like are waving at you, and they are slowly like making their way towards you.
Quietly.
Are they armed?
Yes.
Who is it? Who the fuck are these
Yeah.
guys?
Does Dalen have a shield out?
No, he just has a hammer.
I thought we gave him a shield. Oh well.
Harold just kind of looks like they start walking, and Harold looks at Mikosa and just goes, "We should probably stop yelling."
Ah, you're right. Dalen probably still can't swing that sword of his, that hammer of his. Mikoso gives a belly laugh. He is in his element.
Assuming the people that Mikoso is following, Harold is going to approach
Oh yeah, definitely.
them.
Yeah, so you kind of like,
once Mikoso starts laughing, he's gonna go forward.
yeah, so you're like, make your way over, and they meet you halfway. Oi, thought I'd never see you again. And he's kind of like, and you see he's like tearing up a little bit, and Derek kind of like puts his hand on his shoulder.
What's going on?
It's all right. Good to see you again.
Yeah, we just barely managed to get away. I don't really know what happened to the rest. It's been a lot.
Mikoso's gonna take 2 fingers, and he's gonna firmly poke Dalen, and he's gonna poke Derek in the chest. And what are you two doing here? Weren't you and the others running to the north? You said they had exited northways, right?
No, I said they exited this way.
Oh, you did?
The
Oh,
roadway.
okay.
So,
Oh, I thought it was the other roadway. Okay.
now I can't say I didn't go north, south.
Where's the rest?
He shakes his head. We got separated, but seems quite a few of those
Separate?
creatures were, well, let's just say they were thorough. Only got away by mistake. Dalen here tripped over a branch, and well, I kind of went with him, and we just laid there for a second. He went right by us.
The small one here is going to be out for a little while. We're trying to find some place to rest. We got into quite a scuffle. Multiple, actually.
Edmund says that there's a village further down this way. Is that where you were headed?
Aye.
Given the lacking into the swamp further, we're hoping maybe the Yuan-Ti are not getting there yet.
He nods. Hopefully. That's what we were thinking. Bleedy, bleedy, bloody.
Who
So,
talk to?
What was that, Rick?
I thought somebody mentioned me. So go ahead.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Mikosa was praising your guide skills and saying you were leading us to another village.
I haven't stepped out, by the way. I'm still hiding with my arrow knot.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't here. I don't know these guys.
Well, with that, having mentioned you, Mikosa looks around. Where's that man gone off to anyway?
Watching your back while you're standing on the open.
Do I hear that? Or are you just making a comment?
No, sure. And I'll say it in person.
Mikosa, hand to forehead. About right for a guide.
we're not the most subtle bunch, but I think we're effective so far.
Debatable.
And then Harold is just going to keep moving forward and kind of, with his body language, trying to conjoin the two groups into one. Trying to push on like nothing happened and they weren't separated.
Right, Dalen, Derek, come along. Dalen, if you haven't improved on that swing, I'll have you eating dirt again.
I can't say that I have, sir. Sorry. And he kinda
Well, I
looks
hope you're
down
hungry.
I am.
Let's go.
I am.
Eating dirt.
And Derek kind of like puts his hand on his shoulder, and they just walk off, kind of heads down.
Good.
So
Drill sergeant.
yeah, this is pretty much like, say it's the edge of this hex or whatever. By the time you guys stop, because this is your second hex.
Just before we stop, Harold just kind of looks to the whole group and just goes, I've been on the brink of death many times, but I have to say this is the most interesting one.
You have war stories then, healer?
Many, but nothing I will get into right now.
Shame. It's a good way to pass the time.
But
I assume we're setting up a camp, right?
Just making small talk while we're
Yeah.
moving and setting up the camp.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it's a good way to pass the time. Especially with nonsense work like this.
True. I just don't have a lot of stories that I care telling. You don't forget, but it helps if you just don't mention it.
Before, when we were in a web, there was a reason I was going to torch the buildings. I think you can learn from something like that. From the sound of it.
Right.
You gotta leave the past in the past.
And it
That'd be
sounds
an
like you
asshole,
haven't.
maybe.
sounds about
Turn.
right.
Makoso turns to Dalen. You see this? And point at Harold. That is why. He hasn't left the past.
I have left the past because the past, not enough of it exists anymore to matter. Things won't be the same, and I don't know if I want them to. I just want to keep moving on.
Makoso snorts. I see the weight pressing your head down, but as you wish. And we'll resume.
Yeah.
We'll resume the busy work.
Busy work of.
Setting camp.
Okay.
That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah. All right. So, who's on watch?
Probably me and Edmund are our best bets. Just for having decent wisdom. But Edmund first, probably. Right?
Sure.
Edmund should take the last watch because he can see in the dark.
That's true.
Sure, what time of day is it?
That does make more sense. Sure, I'll take first watch.
Sure.
All right. So, perception check. First watch, then second watch.
I'm back.
Makoso will definitely help on the first watch as much as he can.
I don't know if it's at disadvantage, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's it's definitely not advantage because there's nobody.
So Yancey's looked in my direction, correct?
No one has looked
No.
at you. Don't
No one
worry.
yet.
Oh,
We met
I'm
up with
alive.
Dalen and Derek though, so that's good
So
for some value of good.
hold on.
I just saw a bunch of arrows going around on the screen when I was on the phone with my wife, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on with my party.
Yeah, they were debating where to go. So,
You're unconscious.
I'm
You don't get a
unconscious
vote.
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't get a vote.
all right.
Yeah.
So the night goes uneventfully for both
Yes.
watches.
Yay!
So, Edmund, about
Yeah.
I don't know, about 3 hours into your watch.
Huh.
You're not
I haven't done
really
my roll yet.
What's up?
I haven't done my perception yet.
Oh, then do it again. Oh, sorry. For some reason,
No,
I was
that-
seeing
yeah.
the perception from before.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm like,
okay.
oh no.
Let's go
I
ahead and
didn't
make.
have to do anything.
Well, it
Oh,
doesn't
my
matter
bad.
because it went uneventfully anyway. So.
Okay.
Okay. So about Harold, when did you take watch?
As early as possible.
Okay.
I wanted
So
as
you
much. I wanted as much light as I could get.
So you took yours before, and then he took it. So
Yeah.
even though you did only 2 hexes today, it still took like the same amount of time. But
Yeah.
So you did yours more towards the evening when there's like perhaps some light still. Blah blah blah. So Harold, for some reason I thought the order was reversed. Sorry. About 3 hours into your watch, you start to feel a little under the weather. Like you can feel like your face is starting to get a little bit hot. Stuff like that. Not like you're like down and out or anything. It's just like you're starting to feel like kind of flu-y like symptoms, sort of like you're a little
Yeah.
like sore, kind of. It's kind of almost hard to tell because you've just been kind of exhausted, but like your face is really hot.
Am I ill?
I don't know. Are you ill?
Is it-
Sounds like a fever to me.
Considering what Harold does for a living, can I do a quick checkup on myself and see if I can discern anything about it?
Yeah.
What's the first?
Go ahead and do a medicine check, Edmund.
I
Honestly,
feel
like
fine.
you're just like it. Considering the circumstances, you're not in a hospital bed. Let's put it that way. Your face feels
Yeah.
really hot, but it's hard to tell if it's because you've exerted yourself all day, or if it's because like you're starting to come on with something. It's really hard to tell at this point.
I'm gonna, from this point on, although we're getting out of like the thick of the swamp, I'm gonna try and take it a little bit easier. Try to keep away from moisture and just,
I'm not quite there yet.
You're trying to keep away from moisture.
Oh yeah,
We're in a
it's gonna
swamp.
be hard. It's gonna be hard. But
Noted.
Moisture.
Moisture.
At least it's best I can in the
Yes,
assignment.
moisture.
I love how
Can we stop using that
moist
word?
it is.
Moist. You've made me a bit moist.
I'm
Moist.
leaving this call.
That's my DM right there.
So that in your watch goes uneventfully. You kind of take, you're taking it easy now. Noted. Edmund,
probably moving a little bit slower.
Yeah.
through your watch, you begin over the course of your watch, you begin to feel those same symptoms. Your face is getting hot, stuff like that.
I don't get sick.
That's what most doctors think.
Now
He's not a doctor.
I'm medicine.
You can try and make a medicine check.
If you roll better than, I mean, you probably will roll better than I did, but still.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's cursed.
Anyone better than a 6?
Another nat 1.
So can
One,
I do an
yeah.
answer check on this?
If you roll in that one,
Don't roll it out.
Does it have to be a medicine set check, or can I do an insight check?
It'd be medicine. Insight's
Okay.
like for other people.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah, you think you're coming on with something.
Ooh.
I mean, he's more experienced with the area, so he would know the illnesses that are around more better than Harold would.
Right, but it's pretty
Do I-
vague at this point. Like, if
Yeah.
it's like, my face is hot. It could be like a million different things.
Yeah.
Have you
Do I know
ever
this-
used WebMD?
Do I know
Have you
this
ever-
natural?
All fever, anything, body temperature raising to kill viruses.
Dylan, do I know if it's natural or not?
Not really. I mean, it feels like you're like it feels like you're coming down with a cold, or a flu. Like you're starting to feel like your muscles are kind of sore, more so than you think just from what's gone on the last couple days. Like I said, your face feels really hot. Your cheeks are a little flush.
I might have to go back and check the logs. I remember we had to make some sort of check. I'm suspicious.
But also one thing, assuming that Harold is probably he's probably not getting up earlier this time. But if I have a second in the morning to myself, I wanna scrounge the area for medical supplies. Just anything that I can grab up real quick.
So while we're moving.
Yeah, you can do it while you're moving throughout the day.
Yeah, but just let me. If you want me to make a check, let me know.
Yeah, you'll make a check. It's just yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, you guys, I get up the next morning. Harold, you've pretty much been dealing with Felix, so you are the
No
first.
spells.
You're
My
the
boy.
You're the first to notice that he seems to be showing the same symptoms as well as Edmund. His cheeks are very
would
flush. He seems to be kind of like breathing heavy.
I'd like to try something on myself.
Okay.
Wait, we got a night of sleep, right?
Yeah, so it's the next step.
I'll lose an exhaustion.
Which
Yes.
one I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try a lesser restoration on myself.
I'm also going to cast Lesser Restoration on Felix.
Okay.
Yeah.
And myself. Most of my spell slots are gone for level or second level, but yeah, I have it always prepared because of my life domain. So fucking sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, over the course of like a few minutes after casting the spell, like the symptoms begin to go away.
Yeah.
Lucoso watches you guys cast spells on yourself.
Yeah, it's my hand.
And what's with you lot?
I think I caught something and Felix caught it too. So I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, I felt the same thing. So.
Oh, you should have.
It got worse.
Should have let me know.
Ah, it is fine.
It's fine.
It is fine.
It is fine.
All right.
Man, do you like practice these voices when you're off time or something? They're good. You always do good voices.
Wait, me or Dylan?
You.
Oh,
Although Dylan does a decent impersonation.
good. He does good. He does pretty good. Yes, actually, I do practice these voices because I drive a lot for my job, and I
Cool.
don't have. There's only so much music you can listen to.
Nerd.
I practice my voices.
Ah, there it is.
All right.
Haha.
All right. Make sure it's doing the proper thing, Felix, because I think
It is. No, I didn't have my HP restored because I'm not
Yeah.
at half HP anymore, so it didn't actually restore me.
Okay.
If that makes
No, that makes perfect sense. All right.
Yeah.
So you're keeping track on the days, right, of consciousness?
yes,
2.
Okay.
2.
Ooh,
So I got
next.
a lot more.
2 of 9. Okay, so you guys get I would say 2 more. I
days?
would give you.
Most of us are better rested
Most
than
of
we
us
were
are better,
before.
and there's more of you now that you can swap Felix. I'd give you the 3. You can do 3.
Yeah.
Me
I need
too.
to find the tile on the map. There we
Rest
Are
go.
you talking Felix 2, or is it a little bit different since I'm unconscious?
We're moving 3
No,
tiles.
like because people are picking you up, and before like most people were exhausted to the point where they could only move half, and you're unconscious, so somebody has to carry you. So I only let them move 2. But now that
Okay.
people aren't slowed down anymore, and there's more people in general, because you guys found Dalen and Derek, so it's like you can kind of like swap out carrying your unconscious body. So I'd give them 3. So it's we're starting at Felix. So Felix, Harold, Edmund, in that order.
So roll a d6, Felix.
So roll a d6,
Alright.
move a hex.
He's unconscious.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
he's still a
still
part of the squad. So,
I'm still moving with you guys. Come on now.
2.
Come on.
That's actually
I'm not
nice.
dead yet.
With these, the lower the better.
Um,
Yeah.
What were we deciding as you guys were moving around? Like, what did you guys decide?
We're heading to this village here. I'll move the hex for you.
Because
Wait,
we figure it's less likely the UNT have gotten here.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna move it.
I already moved it.
Oh, you already moved it? Oh my
Yeah.
bad.
You were taking too long.
I'm
No, hold on.
I'm
hold on.
assuming a 4 is okay.
No. So he moved the one hex,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and Harold gets his.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
assumed you're the one that
Yeah.
moved it here.
Yes.
Okay, so you
So-
have one more. That's where he should be.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then one more, whoever. Who is it? Never rolls next.
Oh, it's
Back
me.
to Edmund.
Let's go ahead and get this natural 6.
That's a bad thing.
Six
No.
me up. Six me up.
6, 6, 6, 6,
6
6, 6.
before you
I
go.
love 6.
6.
We should all have 6s.
No. That's actually happened before. It wasn't fun.
Yeah,
Just
6.
had 6.
You remember with you remember with Latoda and Throm where they got like 3 6s in a row?
All right. So go ahead, Harold. Make a check there. Go ahead and make a check there with the old herbalism.
Yeah.
Herbalism kit? Herbalism kit?
Sorry for Harold. Did I say Mikoso?
No, you
Herbalism-
said
no, you-
Harold.
Okay, I did say Harold.
Uh,
Yeah. For
I'm trying to
what?
understand the question. Herbalism kit roll?
Yes.
Could be worse.
Does that automatically decrement your thing?
What?
What?
You had
I
like that
don't know
weird
what you're
setup
talking
thing,
about.
right?
Yeah,
I
it
have a
doesn't.
macro thing that I have to go back and fix.
He's
Okay,
gonna
I
tell
was just
me.
asking if that decremented it or not.
No,
Cool.
not here and there, where he just hit it.
Rum,
It
rum.
doesn't.
But did I get any supplies? I'm just trying to stock up my healer's kit.
No, unfortunately, you didn't find any healing supplies.
Damn it.
I'm so tired.
All right, so another day gone. You kind of set up camp. I'm gonna say go ahead and I'll give it to Edmund. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. Alright. I'm so slow with it.
That's not a nat 1.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. As you're traveling, you kind of get to the point where you're about to make camp. It's a little while before you make camp, and you just happen to notice a very similar looking mound of kind of mud that's between like two boulders that are kind of stuck in the earth. Seems to be about, I don't know, 7 feet kind of radius, but you don't see everything. It's partially submerged in water and muck.
I just realized, I realized both out of character and in character, I realized I never told the party about the hole, and me seeing the UNT go down the hole. So
Correct.
I just remember that. So
Planning
So
risk.
these thoughts come to mind as you essentially see a very similar looking mound.
yes. Oh shit! Shh, you're about to get down. Everybody go down.
Mikoso
Yeah.
Mikoso gets down.
Good
Yeah.
thing Felix.
What's going on?
Sickness.
Sorry.
Shut
Miko-
it, Galen.
Idea?
Shut it.
Sorry.
Be quiet. Something's wrong.
Edmund?
Do you see that hole over there?
Uh huh.
Nod.
It's the UNT. They come in and out of that hole. Underground, underwater, submerged. It's like a travel method, so
That's not a good sign.
it is not.
Does the
They make-
plan stand as is? I'm with you on this. Whatever you decide, I'm just I need to know.
Those are your people, are they not?
I should have took wild cunning. Because then I could follow their track. Actually, yeah. Do I see any tracks? Can I do a survival check to
Yeah,
see
go
if I
ahead.
see any
Yeah, do a survival check.
slither tracks?
Yeah, so as he kind of goes out around while you guys lay low in the bushes, and he begins making his way towards this precarious mound slowly. And Edmund, you do see what seem to be tracks, although I'll give it to you with that survival roll. They don't seem to be that fresh. They seem to be at least days old.
Who is Teal?
I'll make my way back to the party.
No one.
Oh,
what?
interesting. Koso.
The tracks, they appear to be old. So they
That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yes. Could mean that the village there is already destroyed, or it could mean that they just sent a scouting party. I do not know which.
It's still up to you. Do you want to check or do you want to go past? We're not far from getting out of the swamp now, if our map is correct.
I think we should still confirm just in case. Because if it is a scouting party, then the village should be warned.
Let's proceed gingerly.
I wish I could collapse these tunnels.
Can we collapse the tunnels?
Not really. Not at our level.
No. I don't have any.
What do you mean not at
strategy
our level?
any prepared right
I
now.
can't use a shovel. Ah.
I mean, not without risking bodily harm? No. Can't really.
In the morning I can, actually, if we want to sleep here. If we're sleeping here in the morning, I can.
I mean, aren't we kind of already sleeping here?
Yeah.
I-
I'm saying
Yeah,
if we
sure.
sleep here in the morning, I can cover that hole. Cool.
Fantastic.
Might as well do that then.
Cool.
Cool beans.
So, I mean, we could assume that it's like... Well, what was it? It was the evening where we were getting down to rest when that happened, right?
Yes.
So, let's take the night watches, I guess.
All right, Felix will take the first shift.
Ha, funny.
Oh,
I think it might be a good idea to just do the same two again, if we're both healthy and able.
Yeah, Makoso is feeling good enough to.
All right, so
Because no.
me with advantage.
Sure.
But wait, do I have no? I don't know if I would have disadvantage.
Mm.
Yeah, you have disadvantage if somebody's helping you. It's just a straight roll. Yeah, you don't fucking see
Alright.
shit. You don't
Yeah.
see
I'm
I'm
shit.
keeping you company though.
I imagine it's Harold and Makoso just kind of staring out into the sunset with blank expressions on their face.
pretty sunset.
All right.
Mhm.
So as you guys get
Bro.
distracted, kind of just, I think it's more of a tunnel vision. Like you're hyper focused on this hole,
Mm-hmm.
in that direction, like just waiting with bated breath. Like, is something gonna come out of here or not? That you just completely zone everything else around you out, and you kind of come to and realize when you swap shifts. But as far as you know, nothing extraordinary happened.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
And then probably
second
Edmund.
watch.
Probably Edmund.
Yep.
Kind of the only
Sorry,
person who can.
How many watches do we need? Because we still
Two
got the other
watches.
two, right?
No, well, hold on. We both took first watch.
Because
We
neither of
took
us
it-
can
we-
see in the dark.
We took it together. So you can take second watch. You're the only one we have left.
Who can see in the dark?
No, like, literally, he's the only party member we have who's conscious.
We have Dalen and Derek.
Well,
Yeah.
he wants to use their perception.
It's-
You could.
okay.
You're welcome
I'll,
to if you want. Dalen is
Makoto
totally
can
willing.
Yeah. Makoso can bully Dalen into helping.
Fuck that guy.
And yes, I heard he's willing. But, doesn't matter.
That's what I did.
Would still bully him into it.
I'll,
Bully.
I'll
Are
take
you taking the shift? Or
I'll take the shift. Also, what I want to do I'm gonna go back to that hole, and I'm gonna cast something over it. Not to close it, but
You whisper sweet nothings, and
Oh. Close the hole.
interesting.
it's like a weaker
Wow.
version of levitate.
Wow. It's
Wow.
a snare.
okay.
Wow.
The last 8 hours to concentrate on it.
Okay. Sounds good. So you do that.
And perception check.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So you're just taking in everything. You hear the
Watching that hole.
Wow.
and all the other sounds of the swamp as you're just like hyper focused.
Ribbit.
What?
Ribbit. Tweet, 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 tweet. I don't
Nothing happens. A couple lucky nights of no encounters.
Lucky nights of my exhaustion's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Ooh, really?
Nothing happens.
Nice.
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Feels good.
Everybody wakes up the next morning, bright and early and rested.
Feels good.
I'm almost there, guys. Give me another
6
4
days.
more nights.
I only used 2 spell slots casting the exact same spell.
Sweet.
We've had 4 nights, correct?
That was
Three.
sorry. So
3.
outside of
That
Nusha,
was
so
third.
that's 1, 2.
This was night 3 that we just did.
You guys
Oh,
right
shoot.
here. You guys right here, right?
Yeah.
Sleep 1.
Okay. And that's the
Just
night
a-
you were unconscious. Right? So you recovered 1 exhaustion, then you got here the next day, you recovered 2 exhaustion, and then you just did that, so you recovered a 3rd exhaustion.
Oh, shoot. I'm
Yep.
not as far as I thought I was.
That's 3.
Yep. 3, not 4. I thought I was at 4. Dang it.
You get 4 when we get to 10.
We only have another 5 nights until I'm awake again.
Felix's move, I think, right?
Huh?
Don't get into combat, please.
Yeah, Felix is unconscious.
Still.
I mean, as far as the roll goes, I mean, for the hex move.
Oh, yeah. I think it was Makoso. Makoso was next to go.
Well, considering what I did last time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah!
Bum, 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 bum,
Hey, who's moving my hex?
Beep, beep,
Jeez.
beep, beep,
Ooh,
beep, beep,
shoot.
beep, 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 beep.
Good times. Okay, question. Because this is going to be a thing. Can we take a quick break before we get into the whatever the event is?
What?
What?
Honestly, that
Why?
kind of makes sense at this time.
Because
I
if
just
we're
heard a
getting
player
into
taking a
something, this seems like a good stop point. Otherwise, we're gonna either have to go for like an hour.
Yeah, we'll stop.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Well, okay, then you're gonna miss this.
Okay, fine, I'll miss it. I'm gonna
Okay.
pee myself.
So, as you guys are, traveling as you do, you come up. There's kind of like a hilly to the swamp, and you look over as some of the muck begins to shift on the bottom of this hilly area. Like, huh? You look over just in time, Edmund, to see as it begins to slide down. It's kind of like a very steep slope, and you're at the bottom of it. It's like, you know, one of those hills that goes on for like fucking miles, like not actually, but you know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty big hill, and you see it begin to shift as it just like a large kind of a mudslide. It's not really a, you know, rock slide sort of, but swampy shittiness. Yeah, it begins to. So I'm gonna have everybody go ahead and make a dexterity check, except for Felix, and because he's unconscious, and it depends who is carrying Felix.
Probably me.
That would be Harold.
Okay, so go ahead and make yours at disadvantage. Which you already don't you already have disadvantage?
No.
No, not anymore. Not after all the rest we got. You shouldn't.
No,
have
because
any.
you have heavy armor, right?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, dexterity checks with heavy armor, right?
I don't know.
For stealth, yes.
Is it just stealth?
It's a
All right. I
disadvantage
thought it was
on
all dexterity checks.
I
I don't think
so.
so.
I don't know
Check
if
and
it's
see.
all. I
don't
think it's just
I know
stealth.
it's,
There's
I
only
know
a
it's
few
for
of them.
stealth. I know that, but I don't think it's for all dex checks. Not in 5e.
I'll look it up real quick.
All right. No, it's fine. So, but either way, you'd have disadvantage with him on your back anyway. So go ahead and do it. With
So
disadvantage.
dexterity save?
Dexterity
Is that what
saving
it is?
throw.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Nice. 18. There you go.
It would have been 19, but I had -1 dexterity.
Essentially, all I was going to do is if you already had disadvantage, I was going to just raise the DC a little bit just for you.
Ooh. Giving
But
away a
an
secret.
18 would have passed anyway.
Well, everybody else lost to make the check.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's just disadvantage on stealth. That's all.
Yeah.
Found it.
Well, besides
What do we
Felix. Dexterity
Well,
save.
yeah. I'm just here. I just hang out here.
So Felix, you get a free one.
That's rough.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess it's technically based off of Harold, though, right?
Yep.
Technically.
Which I did fine.
That's what I'm
Harold,
saying. You get a free one. You don't have to take the chance of rolling.
Right. Just don't mess up.
In what world does Edmund roll a lower dexterity check than me?
With the rolls of nat 1.
He was closer than you were. You were in the back. I'd say it was easier for you to kind of jump backwards a little bit, and he was guiding. He was in the front.
Maybe you should just roll forward, Mikoso.
Oh yeah.
Because he legitimately is not here.
Makoso. There we go. All right. So saving throw. A nice -1.
And yeah, no wait, no.
Awkward.
Just makes it. Okay.
Ooh.
So I'll roll for okay, hold on. Dalen and Derek. That's Dalen. Nailed it.
Nice.
And then Derek.
Ooh.
Okay. So essentially they kind of like they're not quite as close to the base of this mudslide when it happens. So everybody kind of like whoo, like they barrel roll out of the way. As Edmund being closer, you attempt to get out of the way, but because you're closer, you kind of slip and you lose that few precious seconds as you guys both see him get covered in mud and just like down further into this hill. Essentially, it's kind of like if you were looking at the cross section of this hill, it's kind of like an S. You're on the flat part of the S. So the mudslide came down from above you, swept him off, and like carried him further down into this, whatever's down at the base of this large hill.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as you just get swept up there, you just feel this heavy impact and your ears just begin to ring. Your vision goes white a little bit. You assumed you hit something hard.
Is that damage?
Yeah, hold on. So you only taking 6 damage, but
Oh, okay.
in the cranium, as you continue coasting down. Coasting down this. You see he stops. He's probably about 120 to 150 feet, like down in a diagonal direction. It's fairly steep at the second part of the S, and as it washes over this giant cesspool, and you do not see Edmund. You just see like a sea of muck. And you can see it's still like trickling over, still like oozing out over.
Upon seeing this, Harold is going to go hand Felix to Mikoso, and I'm going to gingerly try to get down and get to wherever Edmund went. I'm going to try and look for him.
So if you're going to try and make any sort of haste, I would have you make a... Probably not a saving throw. Have you make some sort of dexterity-based check, like an acrobatics or something. But if you wanted to go around, I would say you could forego that, but it wouldn't be instantaneous.
Wait, am I just buried under a bunch of dirt and grime?
You are buried under. Who knows? It just feels like it's crushing you at this point.
Oh, okay, I'll just turn into a mole and dig my way out.
I mean, you can start doing that, but Harold is still going to start coming down after you.
Is there a mole animal? I don't know.
You can just turn into a mole. It's fine. We'll say that's one of your shapes. Is you do a mole, but it's not just dirt, right? It's like mud.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're in a sea of mud. You're like trying to push your way through as a small animal, but it's. You're not sure how far it goes. Like,
would it be an acrobatics check to start trying to get down there?
They got claws for this.
I will try. Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, so you make haste just on the outskirts of where it's mucky. There are some trees that are growing on like this angle of this hill, and you're doing the best you can to latch onto these small trees so you don't lose your balance and just fucking fall. But it takes a minute, it takes a hot minute to get down there still, but you do what you can. So, shit, what even are the rules for... I've never had to use the rules for, like, breathing, so I gotta see what that is.
You can hold
it's
1 minute per 1 minute per con point.
Yeah.
Depending on your con mod. So
183.
I think it's 2 minutes.
I could not tell you in 5e.
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
1 plus con mod.
1 minute for
And after that runs out,
you have a con 18. You can hold your breath for 4 minutes.
And after that runs out, you start suffocating.
What's your con?
My con is 15, so 2 minutes.
Wait, who's holding me?
Mikoso is now.
I'm also digging my out now.
I can do it.
I hand you Felix. I'm gonna go down and try and help Edmund.
Okay, yeah. So 1 plus con.
Where are Dalen and Derek?
Trying not to kill themselves on the rock slide.
But did they not kill themselves?
No, they're fine, but they're probably still dealing with it.
Okay.
Probably just standing there after not dying.
I was gonna hand Felix to them and see if I could help you, if they were stable.
Technically, in the whole sequence of events, I'm already getting down there.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll hold Felix then.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to see what happens after that. Like, is it around they take this many die or whatever?
They drop to 0.
Yeah, basically you go unconscious after your breath is out.
Okay, Anyway, so I would say, yeah, definitely, like traversing that amount of distance. I would say you're pretty much just about at the cusp of that 2-minute marker. By the time you get down that hill.
And just trying to get a rough idea of where I saw him land, I'm just gonna start digging through and trying to grab it whatever I can down there while he's still a mole.
Yeah,
but at this point, I get the impression that he can change into animals. So
yes. Okay. So,
is it a check of some kind? It would be athletics.
I'm trying.
Dig.
Hold on. I'm trying to visualize this for a second. So, your definite choice being that it's muck and not dirt. You want to go with mole.
Let's see. Muck.
Yeah, because it's not like dirt that you dig through and you dig a
Because
tunnel.
I know the rules on burrowing, but
You're
muck
practically
obviously
swimming.
is different. So that's where the difficulty comes in. So I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's like a mucky, viscous, like chunky soup. Is essentially what you're in right now.
But I also can't think of any creatures that are like good at surviving in the mud.
Frogs.
Frogs, that's a thing.
Frog? Is that your final answer?
Something like a crab or something?
This is all happening in like a second, so like 10, 9,
Can I tell how deep I'm buried?
7, 6, you're not sure. 5,
Can you turn into like a worm?
4, 3,
Giant
I'll turn
earthworm.
into
1.
Giant earthworm? Is that a thing?
What are you
Yeah,
turning
have you
into,
seen one in
buddy?
Australia? They turn into
That's
like a
too big. I'll turn into a bear.
Turn into a bear. Alright, so you turn into
That's
a bear.
awesome.
A
Okay.
large creature. Yeah, I'll just turn into just something.
Brown bear, black, I can't remember what one's the better bear.
Brown bear. I have a brown bear.
Brown bear. Okay, so it's a +3, so that's 4 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Right, 1 minute plus each one. So
Yes.
you have a 4 minute. Okay, so you turn into that, which you don't have any more air in your lungs, but fine, I'll just say fuck it. So you have 4 minutes. So you crest down this hill, and you have about 2 minutes to do what you're gonna do. You begin digging. You're not sure exactly how deep it goes, but because he shifted, you see like a weird kind of like pressure bubble come up. That's the only sort of movement, the only sort of indicators that you're seeing from underneath this.
Just for the sake of Harold not being particularly bright.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can.
I kind of understand what that means.
Yeah.
Oh, it's +1 to your con. So I have a +2 modifier, +1. So it's 3. It's 3 minutes for a +2. 4 minutes for +3. 5 minutes for a +4. So on. 6 minutes for a +5. So on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 1 minute plus each, plus modifier, and a bear has 3. So because you take the physical attributes of a bear, so you have 4 right now. 4 total minutes.
So
2 minutes left. So
would that be like an athletics check to just start pummeling down?
Yep. So go ahead and just make an athletics check.
Can I do one as well? To push up from the ground.
Yeah. As the bear he starts forcing his way out.
Yep. So it takes you a second to find your bearings, and you kind of like go to push off. Like you hit nothing, and then you push off, and you feel something solid, which you can assume is the ground, just because the way you were taken, everything kind of went over you for the most part. So yes, so you try to push up and out. So go ahead and make an athletics check with the bear.
Make a what?
Athletics check.
Athletics check with a bear.
There's no athletics, and it'd be raw strength.
It's
Strength check.
Yeah, they don't have a plus to athletics as a bear, so it's just the strength, which is +4.
Yeah. 18.
Nice. Okay. So you begin to like dig up. Another minute goes by. You haven't reached the surface yet. So go ahead and do it again. So you're still digging, Harold? Yeah?
Should I make another check? Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and make another athletics check.
Yeah, that's better. It's
Make
better.
another one, Makoso. Or Edmund, sorry.
Mm.
Okay.
Nice.
All the heavy lifting.
All right, so
No,
Where-
got him. I got him.
it's got to see like what is. I'm trying to do success versus failure here. He's not doing anything, but you are. So all right, last and final round. So you're like, you can tell like your vision is starting to go black, but you're like, doing as much as you can. Right. This is like the last round. Go ahead and do one more set.
After these good rolls, I die to a mudslide. I'll never play this game again.
All right.
Never play this game.
Nice.
Okay.
Could be
All right,
worse.
The DC was 14. So you just like at the last thing, Edmund, as your vision begins to like black all the way, you push through and you feel this light wind, and you feel this hand grasp over your paw and begin to pull you up, and with the last bit of your strength, you come up and over to the side. You're just retching out globules of muck and mire and small bits of stone and grass, and as you just retching.
Is he bear still?
I'm still
He's-
bad. I haven't dropped.
Yeah,
Harold just kind of like, having pulled you out and having recognized that this is definitely you, just kind of pats you on the head and just goes, if you can change back at some point, I can try to look at your wounds. You are hurt.
No, I don't think did I take any
You
damage?
You took
Oh.
6 points of damage.
Nah.
Well, you
Well,
would
Harold
be able to
doesn't
tell
think
that in his
that.
bear form. He just looks muddy and mucky.
Yeah, but I figure that he is hurt.
His bare face just stares at you, just like wait, what? I just almost drowned. Stop talking to me.
Yeah,
I just try to make my way up the hill.
Harold just kind of nods his head, and
Very, very grumpy. I'm upset.
There's not a very easy way to make it back up the hill, to be honest.
do we want to
Like
make it back
getting
up the hill?
like
do we
getting
need to get up-
down, like it's a small detour, but getting down the hill was easy because there was trees to like kind of grab onto, but it's
There's some-
super steep.
Bears can climb good.
But do we want? Hold on. Do we want to go back up the hill? Just
Yeah.
think we're going backwards.
I don't know. Do we need to go up the hill to get where?
No, you could go around.
Let's go around then. I don't really see a point in going back up the hill. We just basically
Can the
Fell
rest of the party get to us fairly easily?
Yeah,
they can
I
go
mean-
around.
yeah. He made an athletics check because
I
he was trying to
looking
get
at
there quickly, but
All right, that's fine.
all right. So they just throw Felix over the fucking sheer cliff, let him coast
Yeah.
down the mudslide on the back of Makoso's
Yeah,
shield.
I actually probably take him out. Take him back.
But no, okay, so they take a few minutes and kind of go the long way around that's safer, and they meet you at the base of this hill.
Now I'm gonna stand.
You're staying in bear form?
Yeah. I'm trying to waste a wild shape. No, I'm gonna use it.
That's right, boo.
we have a bear.
Advantage on perception checks, right?
All right, we're in the whisper zone. So you kind of you retch up one last time, and you kind of spit out what looks to be a rock, but it's got like a, I'm trying to think of how to put it. It's very smooth. You know how like when at the next to a river or like on the beach and you find like almost like sea glass, like it's super fucking smooth. It kind of feels like that. So you spit it out, and while it doesn't have any sort of like allure, it's not like a gem or anything like that. You feel like almost like this compulsion to like put it back in your mouth.
I have the compulsion to put it
Yeah,
back.
not like it's like willing you to do it. It's just like it's almost like I'm trying to think of how to put it. Oh, here's a good thing. You pick up a really nice rock when you're out on a walk or whatever, and you feel that compulsion to just like run it through your fingers. It's kind of like that.
Then I will do that.
And that
Just kind of scoop it up with my tongue.
Yeah, and that's all. You're kind of like you're swishing it around. You're like licking it, almost like a salt rock sort of. But like, and it's strangely soothing. It's just like something about the smoothness and the shape of it. It's like a perfect skipping rock sort of. It just like it fits. Just the best way to
Flipping it in
describe
my
it.
mouth like a toothpick, just kind of over again. Just
And that's it. That's all it is. So I'm moving us back to the other channel. All right. Yeah. So
Like someday.
we all begin to make your way back to Tima. So, all right. You may proceed. So what was that? Was that 2 hexes? I can't remember.
3.
That was the first hex we moved for
That
the
was-
day.
That's right.
There we go.
First hex. Okay. So go ahead and do another
Felix.
hex. You do it is a city, so you do not have to make a roll for the d6.
Yay! We show up and
About
it's in
time.
flames.
Nope. You do, however, show up and it is completely demolished.
damn it. Can I see us? Can I smell any you want?
So you guys do. Somebody's got. It's Iceman.
What?
I can hear myself talking through your thing.
I don't know how.
You dirty dog.
He's gone. He's back.
All right.
It's probably
that-
because you said your volume is super high.
Blah 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 blah.
It's not though.
Okay, I can't hear myself anymore. It was just really distracting as I was trying to talk and hearing it
Yeah.
delayed. Yeah. Anyway, so you do a perimeter around the place. There's not a soul here. Yuan-Ti, humanoid, whatever. There's nothing. You do, however, go ahead. Whoever wants to can just make it like a survival check or an investigation check, whatever's better.
I'll help.
Survive.
I help.
So advantage on advanced
21.
survival check.
Didn't even need.
How many days have
Yay.
we had since I was passed out? I'm already forgetting.
3.
This is day.
This is 4.
We've had 3 nights, right?
Yep.
Yes.
This is gonna be 4
Oh, okay.
tonight.
Okay.
5 more.
Yeah.
21.
Okay. That's it. Just that. Anybody else want to roll?
Oh, did it need-
No, I'm saying anybody who wants to roll can go ahead and roll right now. Either survival
Except for Felix.
or
Yeah.
investigation.
I'll do
whatever's
one.
better.
Mikosa
I'm
was
just
helping.
luggage.
Or perception. You can make a perception check as well. Okay,
Oh.
so anyway, you guys begin to kind of pick through the rubble in the town. You find a couple of broken wagons, like you might be able to patch up into something, Harold. Edmund, going along the outskirts of the town, you do, just because of the survival check, you see a couple of homesteads that had some gardens that are pretty much untampered with. They give you guys some rations. You also happen to find, just by happenstance, there's like a barrel of rainwater that somebody was keeping.
We happen to find a cart.
This is a small village. Most of the swamp villages are very small. Nusha's like the one exception. That and the village that's on the river where people are traveling through all the time. That's what I was saying. So there's really only like 2 carts here, but they're more like wheelbarrow, and even then they're kind of broken and busted. You could try and, like, if you wanted to stay here for a little bit and make another check, like, and stay here for a length of time to really investigate, then you could attempt to.
I mean,
This is just like a cursory, like, you know, you're getting here and you're like, all right, well, it's destroyed. What's left?
just my general observation. If it was destroyed here, a decent, like, they were, you know, a little while ago, and they already destroyed this place. They don't have a reason to come back. They're probably going to continue going. We're probably safe here, or here than we would be most places in the swamp.
I was gonna say the desert's safe. Or-
Well, probably.
Of Yuan T from Yuan T.
From Yuan T, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like and also I'll give you that with the survival check and just, you know, knowing, you know, what. Anyway, it seems as though this place was destroyed. It's been destroyed for a little bit. This doesn't appear like recent, like within a day or 2 days.
I think we should at least take a day to rest here, make the most comfortable living we can out of it. At least a day, and move on.
Hey, buddy.
This is the safest place we've found just yet.
It doesn't feel right wasting daylight like this.
True, but we need a mode of transportation to get us moving faster.
And we'll get that here.
Possibly. We take a look around. There's a few carts I can maybe fix together, but we would not know until we try.
We should keep looking and gather our strength. I need to keep treating and feeling. I could probably
Make me better.
look around and see if I can find any more supplies, anything that I can use.
Yes. Plus, Harold is right. They've been here already. They've been here a while ago. I doubt they will come back for you.
And clearly, they took everything they wanted, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody alive. I don't know why they would come back, and the dens look uninhabited. Maybe they started here. This is where they lived, and they moved because there were more people. I think I'm going to take a look around for some medical supplies. Just try to sit up here. Don't get too comfortable.
Also, you all didn't understand any of that because I'm a bear. So there's just a bunch.
Well, it
Oh,
only
we're
lasts.
still a
How long does it last? I thought it only lasts for like an hour.
Last half your druid level.
How long have we been here, though?
You moved a whole hex. You know, so it's
So
several hours.
that was probably hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
you're a person
faded.
by now.
Yeah, it's
I'll turn
faded
back.
since. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna say, I was like, I'm still in bed. I'm saying all this. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's fine. I
It's
forgot
like-
that we moved a hex to get there.
You know, Harold talks and then you hear some bear just growls at you. That'd be great. Yeah.
Right. So what's it? Edmund, Makoso,
Edmund-
Harold. What are you guys doing?
Edmund is looking for a mode of transportation.
I'm looking
Something
at, for one, I'm looking at any shops and buildings that were around, and also looking at the vegetation around, and trying to find any medical supplies I can use.
All right. Well, so essentially, you're looking for medical supplies.
Yes.
Be it first hitting up the shops real quick, and then trying to see if anybody's got maybe some in like a
Yeah,
personal garden or whatever.
And if there's nothing left, then I'm looking for stuff that will make plant fibers for bindings, any kind of Eastern medicine.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check then.
Oh god, I'm not good at this.
Okay.
Oh,
Why don't you just roll high?
Edmund, you're looking. You can do another investigation check to find like supplies and whatever, to try and fix up some of these carts. And if you roll high enough, who knows? Maybe you'll find one. Makoso, what are you up to?
Is there a forge in this village?
No.
No. That. Actually, you know what Makosa's gonna do? He's gonna beat up Dalen.
you mean train him? And
Yes, that's what I
Okay,
said.
okay.
That's what I said.
in
Isn't it?
quotations,
No,
train.
Yeah, he doesn't really feel like being
Train.
trained right now.
he doesn't.
No. He's had a really shitty
Wait, I thought
couple of
Dalen meant-
days.
And that's exactly why he needs to work this out.
Train him.
Derek too.
No, they literally just walk away. They don't want
Yeah.
any of it. They're pretty much just picking through the rubble, seeing if there's anything else they can use.
I think in between like my stops around for looking for medicine, I'm basically going to advise them on what provisions they should be picking up. Just looking for food, looking for anything, but I'm not helping them. I'm just saying, this is what you guys should probably do. And then leaving them to whatever stupidity they get into.
All right. So, anyway, so you find enough to say, we'll say it gives you 2 charges on your kit worth of, there's just various things. You find there's no specific healer as much as like everybody's got their personal stash of something. They have like a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And you're like, oh.
Is it whatever I can make do, or is it like real supplies?
No, they're like real enough to give you 2 charges for your healer's kit. But they're of various things. I just don't want to break down into this super meticulous details for
Makes
each
sense.
charge of stuff.
Yeah, bro.
But it's probably more modern and more real than the stuff that I was getting in the other village, or on the way here.
Yeah, it's all like home medicine, but there are certain plants like people aren't dumb. Like they've been in the swamp for a while.
Yeah.
They know like this certain type of plant helps to bring down fevers. Like this helps with that. That helps with this. So
Mhm.
just a collection of dried herbs and whatnot, mostly. So, all right, that's what you get. Edmund, you scrounge a couple of tools to try and help with that. You also find there's some rope. There's quite a bit of rope that you can fasten together a cart. It's still kind of hokey, but it's like it'll do. Right? It'll do to help carry some stuff.
Hokey works. Would mending help at all?
Sure, we'll say you use mending to help strengthen it a little bit when you're doing it. It's still not like it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but
It is less likely to turn to dust than Felix is.
yeah, it is makeshift for sure. So,
No problem.
Makoso, besides training, what are you doing? Because they are not training. I mean, unless you're like just gonna straight up beat them up. Like they don't want any of that.
No, definitely gonna scoff at them. Like, but this is basically to be expected from the
Normal
These
people.
yeah, kind of to be expected.
Fucking
So there's no forge. So that bit's out. he's actually just going to he's gonna find a nice place to hole up, and he's going to get to work maintaining weapons and armor, specifically the dagger he keeps at his side but never seems to use.
Okay, so you take out a nice whetstone, and you take like a drop or two of oil. Say you have like a tiny bit of oil in your pouch to use it, and yeah, you begin like sharpening and kind of like rubbing over there and making sure that it's very well kept.
Yay!
Okay, you do that. So, as you're doing your respective things, you hear a rustling in the bushes, and as you kind of it gathers everyone's attention, and as a figure walks out, and that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh,
Figure.
A figure begins stepping out of the brush, and that's where we take a break. So let's go ahead and take our like 10:15 now, because it's 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yay!
Thanks, son. Still passed out.
Still pass the fuck out. Oh yeah.
Felix does not mess around when it comes to being passed out.
yeah. Like, the reason why I keep saying turn to dust is I imagine that would be just a really funny scene. It's not even like Felix like gets stabbed or like gets shot or dies. No, you like you literally fall.
They legitimately look at me and I'm passed.
Yeah. Like, I just imagine you just turn to sand, like, or you melt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is how you're going to die. It's not death. It's just you're gone. You're deleted from existence.
It's almost like I'm fighting a Medusa every time I fight. It's like, oh, you're petrified. And that's it. Every time.
Still managed to be MVP though. Usually.
Oh, every. Tell you what, we'd be dead if it wasn't for that.
In the 3 rounds where you're conscious, you do a lot.
Oh yeah, and then I'm out. As long as I can like hold them off for 3 rounds, because then I'll just cast myself a suggestion, be like, "Nah, man, you don't have to fight us. Like, call everyone off. You're good. This is too easy."
And then somebody knocks you out again.
And then they realize it's a concentration spell and call it off. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna head out for a minute.
Okay.
baby, come back.
You can blame it on me.
Ah, you fuck. Oh wait, we're not streaming.
We're taking a break. I don't know if we're on stream right now.
Good. Probably see on the screen. Why won't you switch over? Shit. I hate my. No, I don't. I love it. Are the stuff. You won't move over? I don't. Any of you
Question.
guys?
Is Felix gonna be conscious throughout this entire campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Unconscious?
He's working at it.
Bradley.
That little leopard gecko is running all over the place today.
It's just a thing to like. You need to get 1 or 2 more levels. And then,
I know.
you're gonna.
I can like have a consistent like flow of spells, and I won't be insta killed. I can at least have spells to like, oh no, you can't hit me. I got this activated. But
Mhm.
not there yet. Getting there.
Like,
Yeah.
and also, it's a big thing to like. Felix is a very clutch spellcaster, and the main reason he is because you take a lot of risks.
Oh yeah.
You
can't
don't
just
you
sit
don't
back
stay
and, like,
safe. You know,
no,
and that's
no
part.
fun, though.
That's part of why you go down so much. Is you put yourself in awkward positions.
But it's for the party, man.
You make yourself very hard to save.
Yeah, that's true. However, as long as I make a big impact while I am up,
True.
that's the goal.
I
But-
was like rough drafting my wizard in case Harold did happen to die, and just like with a combination of feats, background, and race, I would have like 7 cantrips at level 4.
Yeah, because you were looking at like high elf, right?
High elf and magic initiate feat.
Yeah, that would do it.
Just this the most absurd amount of spells and cantrips. Like
Wait, what level? Oh yeah, we do get a feat at this level. That's right. I did get one. It just didn't
Yeah.
help me because I got downed right away. Because I've
Which-
got the fade away
what-
for gnomes,
uh
but it doesn't do anything if I get shot in one hit.
yeah. What feat did you get though?
Oh, I got fade away. So if I get for once per day, if I get hit, I can go invisible for like I think it's a
Interesting.
round. It's a round or two. I don't remember how. I think it's one round. But that's pretty decent as long as I don't get killed in one shot.
Yeah.
I just gotta.
I think they're much more useful feats out there.
My character's trying to like stay out of the way. I'm like, that'll work. What else? It had some other stuff.
It,
Pull it up.
it would help if you stayed out of the way, but you don't.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure. It will.
No fade away. Almost permanent.
I have it on.
Upload. The break is, you know,
So that's so. Or it'll recharge after a short rest. It's basically like I have a free invisible spell as well if I get hit. That's right. Which is extremely useful if I don't get one shot.
Yeah. But you play
Oh, I know.
like that's the thing about when I play do as much as I can to just not get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like also because of the way that I like to play my characters, it's gonna be a low wisdom, low charisma, high intelligence wizard, which means I have more room to put into constitution and dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I feel like gonna be a big saving grace.
Yeah.
If I do play the character, which if I don't, I'm probably playing in a different campaign because I had a fun character.
Mm-hmm.
didn't save your wizard. Didn't save your
I
wizard.
just didn't roll that great for my rolls suck. But I got a 3 for the intelligence modifier, 2 for constitution, 2 for dexterity. That's about as high as I got.
I don't roll. I always do 0.5.
What's that?
I always do 0.5.
Did Dylan give us a chance to roll for our stats?
Or sorry, no, I did point by.
I'm gonna say it'll be better.
Mine where I didn't do it right.
Anybody ever seen The Good Doctor?
No.
Is that the one where like there's like the 16-year-old doctor?
No, it's not. It's not Doogie Howser.
What?
It's not Doogie Howser. No, am I?
I don't know what either of these things are up. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I just remember
Doogie
The Good
Howser?
Doctor. I remember seeing some kind of preview for it. It's like some young kid
Well-
that's like a super smart guy that ended up being a doctor super young.
It's about a autistic kid. He's high on the spectrum and he has savant syndrome. And yes,
Yep.
he is a resident at a hospital as a surgeon. But no, he's not a kid. He's actually like 28 or 6. But the actor who's playing him looks really young. But it's like he spent 8 years in like med school or something. So it's like he's not a kid. Like when they said how long he was in like med school and now he's a resident, it's like, I don't know, this guy's actually pretty fucking up there in age. I think he's like 28 or 26.
Sounds like a normal resident.
Yeah, because you have to do the full 8 years. and
Well, it's
do
4
his
years. It's 4 years of med school and then 4 years of residency.
4 years.
4 to 8 years of residency, depending on what you're doing.
residency.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do right now is get into med school. So
I'm gonna say you probably know better than I. I guess I don't know how long it takes for a surgeon to.
oh,
Well, I know it was
surgery.
mentioned.
Surgery is a
Um,
6. See, so it'll be like 4 years of your bachelor's, 4 years of med school, and then it'll be if it's general surgery, it's 6 years of residency.
Okay, so that's what I think he did. Because they mentioned 8 years of medical school, so I think he did the 4-year bachelor, the 4 years of med school, and now he's doing his residency
Yeah.
for surgeon. I don't know if it's general. Well, they do all type of surgery, so I guess.
Surgery will be 6 to 8. Well, unless you're orthopedics, I think orthopedics is 4. I forget.
Anyway,
I get
definitely a great show. I've pretty much cried on every episode, but
Alvin, what are you doing, buddy?
I like shows.
Crying on
My
every episode.
little leopard gecko's running everywhere and he's squeaking around. He's like a teenager right now. Come here,
It's
buddy.
like a nicer version of House.
Yeah.
What would the show be like? What is a show that's like House except the main character's not a dick?
I have no idea. I can't fucking understand a show like that.
It'd be The Good Doctor. Although he is autistic, so he's still kind of a dick, but he doesn't. Unlike House, he doesn't realize it.
All right.
I don't know. Is that real autistic people? I don't know any autistic.
Are we all back?
you do know an autistic person. You know me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking about high functioning though.
Yeah.
Burn. Are you a surgeon?
I'm not a surgeon.
Are you the good doctor?
No.
Home of the good doctor, man.
Back
Take your order.
It's a good show.
All right. So as you're all doing your respective tasks, you look over.
Except for me.
Yeah. You look over. Your head flops to one side, eyes still closed. As a figure steps
Solid.
out,
I
covered
shoot him
in,
in the face.
covered in. Go ahead and make an attack if you wish.
Remember what happened last time? Somebody decided to sneakily come out of the bushes.
It's
They
up
got
to
cut in
you.
half.
You.
No, I'm not gonna shoot.
Okay.
I'm not gonna shoot in the face.
And out comes a familiar face.
I learned my lesson.
It is one of the survivors that was from Oeb. One of the children.
Oh yeah, shoot him in the face. Just
Steps out kind of a little bit shakily and
Is it my kid?
attempts to run over. Yes, actually, and He runs
Yes.
about like half of the distance, or like tries to, and then he like kind of stumbles and like down into the like the dusty road, and he's just out.
Ah,
I'm going to imagine that Harold is kind of off doing his own thing, and somebody has to tell him that this is happening.
yet another mouth to feed. Shit. Anybody gonna pick the kid up?
Yeah, Makoso's gonna walk over.
I'm not. I don't think I'm there. I think I'm like off doing.
Sure.
I was probably like under a tree or something.
Yeah, however you envision yourself being. So
Well, let's say that he is nearby one of the structures, just keeping an eye on Felix.
sure, fine.
And he
So
and he
Makoso-
doesn't have.
So Makoso goes
Yep.
and scoops him up.
He's
just,
unconscious.
Yeah, he's just like out. Like
You'd
he's already,
probably know where Harold
snoring
is.
loudly. He's just like, he's had.
Snoring?
Yeah, he's just had like a rough couple of days. He's fucking
Okay.
out cold.
I'm not going to get Harold for this. Harold will come back eventually.
He doesn't seem to be in like critical condition. Like you do a quick look over, he's not like bleeding from anywhere or anything like that. He does
Yeah.
appear to actually go ahead and make a medicine check.
Yeah, I'll look him over. I'm not like super concerned.
Yeah, no, so nothing really out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine to me.
He has like a gaping hole in his stomach.
I think if we had a gaping hole in his stomach, I'd notice.
Nah.
Like,
Would
while
you?
I was carrying him, I would look down,
There-
and would I see
there-
myself covered in blood?
Or no, he's literally dead in your arms, and it's like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it'll be
He's
fine.
fine, bro. He's good. It's good. He's okay. It's good. Good, bro.
But yeah, I bring him back. I'm not gonna get Harold though. Harold will
Well,
come back eventually.
Why not? Harold is
Because-
there.
Oh, you're here?
You would know where he is. He just was not there.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I meant. Like, you'll come back to like the center of town eventually.
I guess.
You're doing your own thing. I'm not gonna bother you.
So you're doing
Alright.
your own thing, and eventually when you come back, you see this boy, however it is that Makoso, whatever Makoso has decided to do with the boy.
Oh, I brought him back to the tree that I was hanging out under, where I was like
Alright.
going at my ceremonial dagger with the whetstone.
So
Going at your
So-
dad's
Just
arm.
laying there.
Harold was checking on Felix, and I guess he walks out and he sees Makoso, and decides to go over and talk to him for whatever reason. And
Because there's a child laying on the ground next
I
to
don't
him.
think, I don't know if you would be doing that, but okay.
it's
There's a
like-
child on the ground next to me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I see the child, but I'm just thinking
I'm not
what it,
concealing him.
I'm just thinking what it would make sense for Harold to be doing. Probably not sitting around watching a child walk into town outside. I don't know.
Okay, so fast forward. Do the stuff. You come back. There's a child, a random child,
Splayed on the ground.
splayed on the ground. His fucking innards are strewn across the village.
Yes! That medicine check, though.
Is that actually what's happening, or
No,
No.
he's just
Okay,
laying
Makosa's
there
not that
being
blind.
a child and being
Yeah.
asleep.
I'm just I just kind of approach Makoso and just go, when did he get here?
Boy ran into town not too long ago. I guess some of what we said stuck.
All right, I'll do a checkup. And I just kind of get down
he's
on the
fine.
floor, put down my tools. I'm gonna check on him still.
Do a medicine check.
Yeah,
Okay.
Makosa's like, don't worry about it.
He appears to He appears to be very hot, like he has some sort of a fever.
Okay.
That's
A
the most you
familiar
can
fever?
discern with that. I don't know. Could be a familiar fever, could be an unfamiliar fever.
I'm going to kind of pick him up, take him to wherever I have Felix, probably somewhere assuming there's a standing structure somewhere indoors.
Yep.
And I am going to start preparing an herbal tea to try and help with the fever.
Okay, great. So,
Great.
you make your makeshift thing. Makoso, you shine up your daggers real good. The other guys.
No, wait, hold on. I'm dumb. Fucking lesser restoration. That's much easier.
His breathing goes back to normal. You can feel a coolness kind of wash over him. He seems to be okay. He's not conscious yet. He's still, because he was asleep. He's fucking exhausted. But
Yeah, but
So
no injuries as far as I can tell.
there
It's
are
nothing
minor
serious.
there's minor injuries, but nothing not like you ran into anything particularly dangerous. Mostly just
Okay.
like cuts and bruises and scrapes from
Yeah.
probably the environment.
Oh my.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right, so you do that. Good to go.
Mhm.
And yeah, you guys are pretty much taking this time instead of making a movement. This is like your end of the day.
Mhm.
So you do that. You make camp perhaps a bit early. It's not really like you can do a camp if you want, but there's actually standing structures here, so you could all gather inside one structure, and they actually have fireplaces, so
Yeah.
you actually get to be
Nice.
indoors. There are various bedding materials that Dalen and Derek have picked up from throughout the village to kind of keep you guys nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
I think before we go to bed tonight, I'm going to do one last checkup on Felix. I'm going to do a literal examination of his shape and see if there's anything I can do to help him. Especially because I just got new supplies today.
sure. So you literally examine him. Go ahead.
Yeah,
And
just going to do like a full checkup. Anything that I can do to him while he's unconscious.
he seems to be okay. He's just fucking,
Yeah.
exhausted. Like
Rick, me too.
his body has been pushed and tried in the last, week or couple of weeks, because you guys took a few weeks into it. So last, we'll say, month or so, and he's at the point where you just gotta let his body take over. He's just gotta,
Tim the Lord to do that too.
So, yeah. So anybody wanting to do watches, go ahead and do
Absolutely.
first, second watch. Make a perception roll.
I'll probably do first watch.
Me too.
So,
I'm
you want to
also-
help me?
I'm also
Yeah.
going to set a snare in front of our building. Another snare.
Okay.
I'd advise you guys not to step on it.
Make sure to dispel that before we get up. We get up. Yeah. All right.
Where's off?
It's a straight roll because Mikos is helping.
After 8 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep. That's the point.
Yeah, you'd be alright.
All right. So, you do that.
Yeah.
We're all dead.
All right. I'm just because I don't see another perception check anyway. It's fine. Goes uneventfully. There's been, some pretty lucky rolls for you guys. So yeah, nothing happens. You have honestly a fucking fantastic night of sleep. Just with the extra bedding materials, like you're under a roof, you've been out in the wilderness. Like, it is a very welcomed reprieve from what's happened the last little bit. I will say you guys got another reprieve when you got to visit the Cyanidels, but when you got to party with Man Baby. But besides that one night, hey, we don't talk about what happened at the Cyanidels, so in the
I
here
don't
and the
remember this
now.
happening.
You weren't there.
That's because
Oof.
you had too good of a time.
Yeah.
What
You had a
life.
good time, if you don't remember. So,
It's
Love
very
it.
nice.
All right. So you guys wake up the next morning, prepare some rations. The boy does wake up. He is conscious. He's not comatose.
Who wakes up?
The boy.
Ah,
Wait, no, I don't.
Boy.
No,
you're not the boy.
Not man baby.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, not me, baby. The boy. Okay.
Oh,
My bad.
right. No, I remember now.
Remember, pig.
Anyway,
Man baby
Well-
pig.
all right.
He kind of
Where's
wakes up.
boy?
He's wherever you guys decided to leave him.
He's probably in the building with us. I probably put him near Felix.
Yeah, so he's outside, face down in the muck. Anyway,
With
so
Felix.
he comes to, and he seems like very ravenous. He's picking through some of the rations that you pulled out that were in some of the personal gardens. He's just kind of shoving whatever he can into his gullet.
Boy.
I imagine that Harold is one of the first people to know that this kid is awake, and he walks up and just goes, and we need to retain as much of our sanguinity as possible. But what happened to the others? Did you see anything?
Maintain our what?
Say optimism.
Makosa was like looking at like his veins.
The strength of the blood, the strength of the blood brings optimism.
So in the beginning, he's kind of like,
Respectable.
and he's just like making weird noises, like he's trying to talk, but he's shoving food in his mouth, and then he kind of like puts it down and wipes his mouth.
Makosa slams his fist on the table. Boy, you were asked a question.
Boy.
So, sorry, for some reason that like threw me off. Boy, boy,
Boy.
Got a war?
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
I get it if you're overwhelmed, but if you can talk about it, we would like to know. We need as much information as we can get.
Must be brave. Boy.
So, so he puts his food down, and I lost them, most of them, yeah, but I don't know where they went. They ran off into the swamps, but those things were chasing them. So I went the other way. They just kept going, and we all talked about coming here to Tima, and I don't know. I guess I just followed the road, and here you were.
As you can see, the place is not in great shape, and we don't have a lot of people here compared to what we had before. But it's something. We plan on resting here for a little bit, and then moving on. Hopefully, getting to Mod, right? Mod, and But the main objective right now is get out of these damn swamps.
He nods. Yeah, there's quite a few of those, whatever, snake men.
Yes, they were here, but now they're not. And I don't think they plan on coming back anytime soon.
Well, I mean, if they do it, I feel a lot safer around you folk. And you see Derek kind of walk by the doorway, and they lock eyes, and he comes in and just gives the kid a hug and like a noogie and whatever. It's great to see you. And they're like going back and forth, and just like like a nice to see you, like fucking I am glad you are alive. They have a little bit of a moment real quick, and yeah. And then from nowhere you just hear boy.
So now comes the question:
We're being friendly.
do we take another night, or do we keep moving? I say to whoever's in the room. I'm hoping Edmund. If not, then I'm talking to nothing. I say it to
let's
the
see.
wall.
Where are we now? We have a cart. I can do a locate animals to try and find a beast of burden in the area to pull the cart.
I'm sorry, are we leaving? And as Dalen
We-
kind of like groggily stumbles in.
We may be. We're still trying to decide.
Eventually, we have to find something to put the carts and get this out of here. Which I'll work on that.
Well, my vote's we get out of this damn swamp. I mean, look what happened to
But-
everyone else.
We should
I
be
agree with
prepared.
Lord.
We should be prepared before we leave. We can just do one last thorough search while Edmund tries to find a beast of burden. Any more provisions?
We got water, we got rations,
Oi,
we got good berries.
Oli.
So we got
Hey. And you see he stumbles over and he like scoops up the kid. I'm glad you made it. He was just like
course
while
he
you're
did.
talking, he's like not paying attention to what you guys are doing. He just like wedges himself between you guys and like scoops up the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Mikoso retorts, "Of course he made it. Unlike some people, this kid actually listened when there was training.
But
There's like, if you squint and look at it sideways, there's like almost a bit of pride in that comment. But it's like really hard to tell.
Harold just kind of looks to Mikoso and then back to Edmund and just goes, once we get settled, awake, if you can go and look for that animal, we can try and figure out something to do. If you
on
think it
ritual
might,
clearance, locate animals.
if we don't
Or
manage
do-
it today, we could take one more night.
I'm gonna do it a few times, and I'm first gonna try to find horses. Have to specify. If not that, then maybe
You can't just
deer.
describe
Fine.
Beast of Burden.
Within 5 miles, so we'll say within
Basically,
so
from one hex.
The hex.
1 hex. I mean, you can attempt to travel, but it doesn't like pop when you bring it up. I mean, they're not really. They do have some donkeys and whatnot in the swamp, like imported, but they're not really native swamp creatures. You know, this was like a very small village, and most of them, if they had any sort of livestock, were more like pigs.
Well,
You know,
I'm not necessarily looking just for livestock. I'm looking for anything big enough to pull the cart. I mean,
Beast of
anything else,
Burden.
yeah, or not. That's not beast of burden, as in like a oxen or a horse or something like that, but a deer or elk. Hell, I'll hook a bear up to it if I need.
Can you tame
Something-
those?
You
Can I
can try.
tame them? With the red spells, I can make any creepy bitch. I can ask nicely with the few spells.
So bearing that in mind, what does he get?
one moment.
I miss
Can-
home.
can
I'm looking
can I-
for creatures that actually live in a swamp
I can't think of many.
that are big.
I can beast bond. I can speak with animals.
You could turn into a beast of burden.
Yeah, but that only lasts an hour.
That's undignified.
And you can do it twice. So we got 4 hours of you being in it.
No problem.
Hold on. I'm not really seeing much for large creatures here.
Oh, it is. What is so
We'll just get another one of those giant frogs.
true. I could
That
get
seems like a really smooth ride too.
could get like a bunch of those. What was the frog eating? The snitches,
Sturges?
the
Sturgis.
sturgeon, and
You
just
mean
like
the overgrown mosquitoes?
hook them up like reindeer.
What bugs carrying in the cart?
Yeah, they just strap them on like reindeer. Use the kid as bait, and they chase it. It's good training for them.
Oh, the thing where like you hang the carrot on a string in front of them, and then they just keep running.
Yeah, except this time it's the flesh and
A
blood
child.
of a young child. So
I doubt that's something we can do for some reason.
Why?
we can do it mechanically.
We can do it if we have a very generous Dylan, which I don't know if we do.
I don't think we are that type of part.
Sorry, what's the idea?
Mechanically,
To hook sturges up
to leash a bunch of sturges and use the kid as a carrot on a stick for them to chase.
as bait. He can, work on his cardio.
I mean, you can certainly try.
That's DM speak for it's not gonna work.
No,
mechanically, with the right rolls, it could work.
No, that's
However.
DM speak for you can do it, but what is wrong with you?
However,
And just like you got 4 hours as a bear.
And we hook Dalen up for the rest of the time. Trust.
I don't need to turn to a bear.
I don't remember if it's a. I don't remember if it's a. Do circle the moon,
Hello?
or is it a higher level thing?
Did that cut out for anyone else or just me?
Nope, cut out for me too.
So was I understood by the person who would matter?
Nope, I couldn't hear you.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, is it a higher level thing that Circle
What?
of the Moon druids get their beast shapes back on a short rest, or not?
I would say ask the fucking PHB. I have no idea.
Well, I'm asking the person who's playing a Circle of the Moon druid right now and can just look at it.
Let's see.
Just at level 2, it refreshes on short rest.
Nice.
Yeah, like you don't have to be Circle of the Moon. It just refreshes on short rest.
Okay. So you could go 4 hours, rest for an hour, 4 hours, rest for an hour if you wanted.
Just over.
So, Edmund.
Yeah,
Sorry, I had to do some research here.
I know.
So,
that's what I'm here to make you do.
There are some migrating animals, such as certain types of like antelopes
Ooh.
that
We're
are,
really grasping at straws here,
that are
aren't we?
known to go through like the swaths of like the wetlands and feast on the vegetation as they migrate. So, with that, just roll a D100. Straight D100.
This is determining how many antelope he captures, right?
Sure.
We're gonna capture 100 antelope.
Yeah.
Love making the DM work.
Obligatory joke about like I'll give you $20.
Alright, 63 antelopes.
Woo!
Nope. You You don't get any sort of pings as like a percentile dice. Is if you rolled a certain number or under, it would be.
Oh, it's roll under?
Oh,
You should have told him it was roll under. Lower that.
low.
I could have just
Oh.
rolled it. I just wanted him to roll, so he
It's all
could.
about the
He knows if he had only rolled better.
six.
Yeah, like telling him would have definitely made the
Yeah.
outcome different. That's how it works.
That's how the universe works. It does not. Don't you know how? No. That's fine. I can keep doing that as we move. It's an instantaneous ritual cast, so it literally takes me 6 seconds to use. 6 seconds to use. So
Yeah.
Well,
as we move, I can.
if you're
I can
if you're not using a spell slot, it takes a ritual, which is 10 minutes to cast.
10. Mm-hmm.
don't have that.
You don't have ritual casting?
No, I have ritual casting. It's not.
If he doesn't want to use a spell slot, he has to ritual cast it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, yeah, no, I have ritual
So, yeah.
casting.
The thing is if you were traveling using B-shaped the Creator Wagon anyway, you have to take an hour of rest.
I use them. Somebody can pull them.
I mean, you don't really. To be honest, there's not that many goods on this card. There's like a little bit of vegetation and like a man baby. That's like
As-
all that's on this card.
As long as it's set up to be pulled by hand, me or Mikoso could do it easy.
Yeah, it's not very large.
Yeah, not a small wheelbarrow-like cart.
So
It's
Okay. If it's just a wheelbarrow, yeah, we can just
So,
take turns.
What do they
Alright.
call it?
We don't need a horse.
let's
Yeah,
like
it just
take
makes
let's
carrying Felix a lot easier. You know, I assume maybe throw like a little bit of bedding material down, just so like he's comfortable.
yeah.
You know, and a
Um,
couple of few odd and end supplies that you get from the village that might, you know.
So
So it's like a rickshaw.
let's say that me and Mikosa take turns. Like every hour we switch.
Okay.
Like that, like a rickshaw.
Sure. Yeah, you guys got plenty of people that you can swap out pulling the little wheelbarrow cart, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that when I clicked on the picture that said "My Dragon," that it was an actual lizard, because I'd have been upset. I would have been upset if it was anything else. That's the hats. You can't
Same.
respond, but
That's my dragon.
Arr, that's me, dragon.
Yeah, why do you say it like that?
that's my dragon.
Like what?
I wouldn't
I
say it
don't
any other way.
How big is it? Is it?
Oh, it's fucking massive.
You're right. I can't tell if it's like really big or if it's like a close-up
Dragon,
picture.
too.
He's like about 8 inches, well, 7 inches long.
So kind of big.
Yeah.
To some may consider that large.
To Felix.
Some may consider it large. People like Felix, who are 3 feet tall, think it's very large. Normal sized people,
You could ride that dragon. Just saying. That's pretty cool. That's a gecko. Gecko.
Geico.
leopard gecko.
Leopard gecko.
I had an iguana.
All right.
It
So
was
all the favorable rolls have brought your destiny up to this fulcrum. This point.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do?
Favorable?
let's roll like 4 6s, guys. That so
I'm
continue
in.
moving out of the swamp.
We're taking
was
that
me.
bucket of water and we're
Like
gonna go.
that was me. I rolled the 5 and the 6, right?
Yep.
So like I should do it.
Nope. Definitely me.
Whose
I
turn?
thought we were trying to do this.
Whose turn is it? Hold on.
Pretty sure it's my turn. That's what I was saying.
Felix.
Definitely.
Because we had the encounter right outside of town. And then we
Yeah.
moved into town, which wasn't a roll.
So
So
roll
Felix.
roll a d6. Hots.
Felix, what?
Hat. Roll a d6.
Felix.
Heroes of the Storm.
I gotta get back to my computer. Ah!
Where are you?
I'm running around the house. Got a leopard gecko running around, you know? Can't just stay in
You
one
should
spot.
probably put that thing on a leash.
I'm there. Alright, I'm on it. Alright.
It's amazing.
D6. Boom.
Hey,
Oh,
That was for
Hey,
you.
what level are you guys again? I forget.
4.
4. Alright.
So we're gonna assume move 1.
Let you guys
No.
move because I'm unconscious.
Anything happens?
Yay.
no, not.
Nothing
Move
happens on a 4.
And nothing happens on it too. Who's next?
Moi.
Edmund.
We're in the desert now. We're out of the swamp.
Thank God.
Uh,
I like home, sweet sandy home.
finally out of that cursed swamp. Love it.
You got a
Oh,
earlier
sweet
D6
gadget.
though.
Good
Hey,
to
Yeah.
feel the sand between my fingers again.
Alright. Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
Sleepy time.
Alright, y'all sleep.
Yes, queen.
And we die. In our sleep.
You sleep, you die.
also, we should totally keep
Alright,
keep
nothing.
track of the days. It's like 6 now.
5.
5.
This is
5.
sleep number
Alright.
5.
So I've decided. I don't know. I like the suspense of you rolling your perception checks anyway, and then me telling you. But in lieu of trying to do something today, yeah, the night passes.
Just use
uneventfully.
passive. Yeah, we have passive perception. You could just use that.
Okay.
Alright. Well, let's get something going. It's my roll, so that means we're going to trigger it.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, buddy. All right.
I told you.
Before we get into this, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Okay.
Good
Okay.
to know.
You can
How
keep
come
going
you
if
get
you
to
want.
do that?
You.
You can keep going if you want. I don't care. I gotta go. I'm sorry.
All right.
I
did-
say it.
If I disconnect, I just gotta turn my hotspot on.
Okay.
So I'll be back if I disconnect.
Okay. So we move and something happens.
Needs his
Alright.
phone.
So
Poop on the toilet with.
I'll be back in a second.
Yup.
Hurry up, go.
All right.
Okay, what's going on?
Ooh, yawn.
Boss
That's what's
man?
going on. So, you guys begin to make your way into the desert.
Wait. On a horse with no name?
On a
Boo.
horse. No, there's no horse. No, there's no horse. So
Unless you shift into one.
you could have done it, but no.
Went to the desert on a horse with Edmund.
Yeah, Edmund would actually be the name of that horse. So
Guess what?
So we're in the desert.
in the desert.
On a horse with...
So, you're making your way southward when you stumble across what looks to be a half-sunken kind of obelisk that's been worn with time.
Keep going.
An obelisk.
Nope.
An obelisk, you say?
Yeah,
You say an obelisk?
an obelisk.
I want to look at the obelisk.
No.
I look
Alright,
at the
it is-
obelisk.
It is kind of tilted. It's sunken into the sand a bit. Again, it seems to be very worn, extremely smooth.
What's it made of?
Something hard.
I give it a wrap.
Yeah,
I give it a wrap.
It's
course.
sturdy. It's solid.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make it. Do you have any sort of proficiencies with like stone working or anything?
Smithing. Smith
Smithing?
schools.
I don't know if it's not really the same as like stonemasonry.
Mm.
Yeah, it just seems to be like. We'll just say it appears to be like a normal, kind of like a sandstone, sort of. It's a lighter color. It's again, it's like super smooth. It's just kind of like stuck in the sands.
And there's no like markings on it or anything.
When you go around, you can see there are some very small markings that are almost completely worn away with time. You just like there's like a divot here or there that doesn't appear to have any sort of like pattern that makes sense to you.
I'll look at them.
So nothing I can mess with. I don't care. I've looked and there's nothing I can do.
I'll try to read
that's
the mark as well.
Like I'm not gonna
there's no
be like,
discernible-
oh, there's a rock. Let me smash it.
Yeah, there's no discernible like pattern. It just appears to be this obelisk that's hanging around. If you want to like dig around the area more, you could make an investigation check. But just if you're just rubbing the rock, there's no discernible markings on them.
Just checking it out and nothing I can see, then we have somewhere to go. So not trying to spend a ton of time on it, you know?
Attack it.
Right.
No.
Who said attack it? You're unconscious. You don't get to say that.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's your conscience.
My conscience says smash it.
Mr. Rick has encountered another obelisk in the past.
Yep, that's why I'm not fucking touching it.
I mean, I touched it and nothing happened.
Yeah, it's not the obelisk itself that's the problem.
So what's the problem?
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
I'm not worrying about it.
Good. Let's keep going then.
Harold's gonna be back in a second, so I see
He's
he reconnected
unconscious
to 20.
anyway.
Harold?
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
No, the unconscious guy is still here.
Yeah, Harold's like, oh, that's a thing, and he doesn't care at all about it.
Nope.
Yeah, I see him typing. But yeah, no, if like nothing is immediately like notable, then I'm gonna say don't care. We have somewhere to go
Yes.
and carry on.
In a non-metagamey way. Edmund feels the same. We do not have time to stop for things like this. That's cool.
Yeah, like it was interesting as a novelty. Oh, Harold's back.
Alright, I'm back.
We found an obelisk in the sand, but like we can't read any markings on it. So we just say we don't care and we're gonna leave.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Smart.
You can look at it if you want.
I'll take a look, but I doubt I can read it.
Yeah, there's no discernible patterns or text. It's just every once in a while, like you feel like there's divots in a way that there might have been markings on this. I was just saying if you wanted to investigate further, if you're like, oh, I'm curious about this, you could make an investigation check. But like just like looking at the obelisk.
Yeah, I don't think there's much that I can really discern from just that. I think I agree. Keep moving.
It appears to be some sort of perhaps like part of. All you see is this, so it could be a part of a larger ruin that's buried. It could be like a tomb. It could be any number of things. It could be like just a marker of some sort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We just ignored the dungeon that Dylan was going to take up three-fourths of the campaign.
No, I don't care. You can do
not
whatever you want to do.
You will not unleash Medusas on us this day. We're moving. Who's rolling next?
I would never.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe
So you got one.
It should be Felix.
I can't remember.
No, I just rolled.
Oh yeah.
How many of you?
No, I did. I trigger it.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
rolled
just rolled.
for that.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and we're going in order.
Wait, I'm
So-
confused.
So Mikoso, you, me,
Felix, Harold.
Edmund. Mikoso, you, me, Edmund.
Yeah, it's Felix and then
Oh,
Harold.
dang. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize we made a full circle. Alright,
Yeah, we did.
Full
Okay.
circle.
And then
full
Harold.
circle.
Go,
I
Harold.
don't know
Go.
where we're heading, so. Oh, you
No.
guys.
Alright,
Oh, that's great.
move it right there.
I'm like,
Slash
I'm
roll
starting to-
1d6.
my bad.
No, don't do that.
I was like moving it at the same time.
Boom. All right. Yay.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Damn it. Okay. So
Edmund.
Oh.
another uneventful day.
Well, it's another night. Yeah.
I can't get my scribble.
And then Rick,
What?
Oh, thank you.
it's your turn to roll.
Meh. Sorry.
It's a nice quiet.
pencil.
It's an oddly quiet desert right now, so we're moving.
I like the pencil.
It's a monumental pencil.
It's a obelisk.
Hey. Namakoto.
I walk into town.
The town is destroyed. No, it's not.
I was
So-
gonna say.
Everybody is
Wow.
Yuan T.
Yeah, you walk into a village full of Yuan Ti.
No.
Everybody.
I
They have
quit.
colonized.
Kill us all.
Yeah, it is not.
Concede.
It's not like a huge city or anything, but actually, this town is probably the size of Nusha. Like, it's not, again, huge city or anything.
That's like
but
really big.
Yeah, what is in the swamp is very. Let's just say there's not a lot in the swamp. So anyway, you come to this village. Everybody appears to be hustle bustle. Everybody has a purpose. They're doing whatever it is that they're doing. You can see somebody's packing up like some sort of caravan near the edge of town.
Mhm.
That's like all you see at a cursory glance. You see a couple people like look over to you, and they don't really appear to give you like much time of day. They're just kind of like, oh, there's people there. Cool.
So Harold is just going to kind of look to Edmund as Edmund is reacting to something, and go, "Well, I think first order of business should be looking for some lodging and maybe looking to get some business underway, make some."
Maybe from here we can charter a ride to Ma'at.
I'm thinking
Go with the
Maybe.
caravan.
maybe I can offer checkups for a bit of coin. We're gonna need it if we keep moving this pace.
Let's see.
Makoso looks at
Okay.
Dalen, Derek, and the boy.
I have 3
Have
more
some.
days.
I don't have my cart, but I could probably sell some good berry tea. It's my specialty. Specialty.
Yeah, and kind of very happy to be in a place of civilization, a place of people again, and eager to keep his hands busy. Harold is going to take a quick walk around town, and he's going to get a look at the people and try to get a sense for how healthy the general public is. If they look well fed, if it looks like there's maybe a disease going around. Just
I mean, everybody appears to be in pretty good spirits and pretty good health. I guess
Damn it.
seems to be very, very hustle bustle here. It's like everybody's doing whatever it is that they're doing. It's a fairly large town, like in compared to anything that was in the swamps. You know, this close to Mod seems fairly well off. Everybody looks down and they notice your fucking busy hands, and they're like, "Holy shit, those are busy hands."
I would like to actually try to find some leadership in the city. Be they have a council, a city hall.
That's a good idea.
And a lord, maybe just a guard post, military post, whoever is the law of the land in this town.
I think Harold is going to join you in that.
What I'm looking for.
Okay, so you find you get with a couple of guards here because it's like large enough town to have some guards, and there is an outpost here. They kind of take you back. Well, I suppose it depends on what your they point the way to where the outpost is. We'll say that much.
Okay.
So if that's your first stop, then yes, you kind of are coming up on the outpost. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody greets you. What can I do for you?
Up in the swamps up in Sud, we have a bit of an issue.
Oh, what sort of issue would this be?
I'm gonna pull out some of the parts that I've taken from the UNT, like the fangs. I think I took some scales as well.
Hey, you took trophies too?
Yeah, I took better trophies than you. Remember?
Oh yeah.
This week. I took out like perfect teeth and whatnot.
As he's taking that stuff out,
yeah,
Harold starts to show him some of the wounds that these people have, just like on his arms and stuff like that. Just like
the healed wounds. So you got like
scar
tissue,
but like fresh scars.
These
and
creatures,
punctures.
They're called UNT. They most did not believe they existed, but apparently they do.
Every semblance of civilization we've seen on the way here is gone.
So you're telling me that they and he kind of puts the fangs. There's a big snakes in the swamp. They have eaten everybody. Is this correct?
Snake people.
They're
everybody.
They're sentient. They have spears and bows and various things, and they've nearly killed our friends several times over.
Savages, I bet.
Probably, but
sounds like a
dangerous.
real disaster. Yes, we will get right on it.
Fairly intelligent, but
is the sarcasm you're putting off like actually what the guy sounds like?
Absolutely, 100%.
Definitely sarcastic. Definitely.
Makoto looks at the guy. They wiped out towns larger than this. We warned you. If they come here, you will die. And if you don't take this seriously, you will have deserved it. And Makoto is gonna just leave. Like this is like separate from like the town, right? You said this was an outpost.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the edge of town. There's this outpost.
Yeah, is going to deliver that.
You're not in town square or anything.
As Makoto is getting up to leave, I'm going to ask him, who owns this land?
It is our prince who owns everything.
I'm new. Where exactly is this principality? Or where is... who owns this land? Where do they live?
Oh, that's the best question to ask.
And at that, he just kind of laughs. Well, if you wish to see the prince, we'll go to Mad. I'm sure he may care more about your snake peoples.
I've heard much about Mad. That makes sense. I don't think we're welcome here, Edmund. Maybe we should keep moving, but I would take heed. Set up some defenses, train your people, just be more prepared than they were, because we've seen a lot of dead, and it's not been pleasant.
sure. Yes, with the snakes. If you wish to go to Mud, you will want to go south down to Biba. Take the barge over to Mud. Have a nice day.
Yeah. And I just kind of get up and, pick up anything that I put down and start looking out.
Yeah, and with that, he just kind of like, he's already written you off as you look back. He's just kind of like shaking his head.
Well, he'll be dead in a couple weeks, so.
Yeah.
I'll take my teeth back. My fucking teeth.
Mikoso addresses Dalen and Derek. This is the first town that we've seen with people in it. You're free to stay here, but considering their refusal to protect themselves, you may wish to continue on with us.
Mud is big in this prince. Assuming that man is to be believed sounds decent.
Dylan, got a question for you.
Yes.
Is this town big enough to have a guild house in it?
That's a good question. I mean, it's a larger town because it's close to Mod, but like a guild house, I don't know if it would have a guild house in it. Like it's large enough to have kind of its own like smithy and
I guess
some stuff like that.
Would guild members be there? Maybe selling wares, who have shops, so on and so forth. Like, would it be close enough to Mod for
a bigger merchant trade?
Yeah, essentially. To have
I don't know if it would be someone that's stationed here, but like acquaintances of, like
Okay.
I'm sure if there's a merchant here that has connections to, but not necessarily is a guild member. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm a guild member.
Like if you get,
Now there is.
if you get somewhere like closer, like real close to Mod, like these outlying villages for sure.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
As we get closer, I'll attempt to make guild contact. Use my guild membership to.
I mean, you could do like postage. You could write a letter and have somebody, deliver it. I mean, you're going to Mod anyway. It depends where you're going. But
I'll do that actually.
Okay, but as we're walking out, Harold is going to kind of, or I'm going to look to Edmund and I'm going to go, so I take it you're a man of business. Yes, you've talked about that before. To Edmund.
Sorry, I had to cough for a second.
Yeah?
Yes, and only a very small business in Mod. It's probably fair to disrepair right now.
What I've done for you is my business. And if we plan on taking some time here, I think I might make some money. If that's okay. Or at least look for opportunities.
Be my guest.
Alright. I'll meet with you again in a few hours. Are we gonna try and take a room? Or are we gonna keep moving tonight?
Guess we should take a room for the night, so then move with the caravan to Mod tomorrow.
How big is this village? Just asking Dylan, like, how long would it take to move across the circumference?
How long would
Like,
it take?
check in
Like
with this
normal
caravan.
I don't.
walking,
Okay, I don't know how to word this.
running, population.
I don't know how to word this. Like, if I were to go somewhere, like, and do something, how hard would it be to find me? Like, if I were to go and try to do some business.
It's big enough, and nobody's ever been here before, so I
Yeah.
would say probably hard to find you in an unfamiliar place. I mean, it doesn't
I'll
have
wait
to
until
be
we get a room.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a city to like lose somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
assuming like your sort of trade would take you like in and out of people's houses if anybody was sick or anything like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Lose somebody.
Well, I'm just gonna go.
Gonna heal somebody.
Well,
Someone like you.
If we're going to keep, going around town, I might as well wait. We should get a room settled, and then I'll look for some opportunities. But I'll stick with you for now.
Good. Alright. Try to find
Yeah, finding a place to stay for the night. Hopefully, probably tonight.
So there's a place. How many rooms you want? You guys rooming up?
I don't think we have a whole lot of money.
three room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
between Derek
sure.
and Dalen, they have enough to essentially cough up about 4 silver pieces and 7 copper pieces.
I have a decent amount of money.
I have 5 gold pieces, and that's all. Which I don't tell you that. Just keep in mind.
I got you. Rooms generally don't cost that.
Yeah, don't. I don't think they do, at least.
Yeah, with a meal and everything, it's a gold per room. But you can
Maybe-
share rooms.
Yeah, maybe do like
5
2
silver. It's 5 silver without any meals or anything.
maybe do like 2 or 3 rooms.
Let's see. We got the 2 dudes and the boy. Felix. 2 rooms. What?
Yeah,
Felix doesn't need much space. He's unconscious.
yeah.
I'm basically dead.
Well, I'm gonna front 1 gold to the cost.
Dead from the dick up.
I don't have to eat, so I'll just give him 5 silvers as well.
All right, then assuming we're doing 2 rooms, that's it.
All right, 2 gold. See, Derek and Dalen
Edmund
kind
said
of-
5 silver, so I'll front the other 5.
Yeah, we might as well pay for meals because we need to eat.
Dalen and Derek go out. They try and use their money to like get like old bread and shit at a discount. Like anything they can to like haggle and get some food. Pretty much.
Even though we're already buying food for them, basically. But yeah,
Still got rations, buddies.
they're not bright.
Well, I mean, they gotta stretch their
What
their
is
bucks.
this?
They're also
True.
looking for work.
Yeah, and that's basically as soon as we get done purchasing the room, assuming we're not eating or resting right then.
Yep.
I'm basically going to find some. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Find some wood or some parchment, and I'm basically making signs. A silver for a checkup, all kinds of medical examinations. If you want a disease cured, an injury looked at.
That
Okay,
actually,
just in like town square.
Yeah,
that sounds
where-
really, really creepy.
Yeah. Just go
It's
ahead.
like a
and-
star in the middle of the city.
So-
with a sign.
In your pack, what pack did you take for your
it's the priest pack.
the priest pack? I believe in that one. Isn't there like charcoal and paper?
Maybe.
Probably.
If there is, then fine. If not, just take off like a couple of silver or whatever to get the supplies.
Backpack,
And then-
blanket, 10 candles, tinder box, alms
Yep,
box.
I don't need to know everything that's in there. Just
Yeah, I'm
if
just
you
reading it to myself.
okay.
Just get things.
So just get
Um,
the things. If you don't have
nope.
the things, just put down like just take off 2 silver from you to get the supplies.
Okay.
So you get your supplies, you make up some signs or a sign, whatever, and you sit in town square. Go ahead and roll a D100, and I'm gonna say there's a 20% chance that anybody's gonna come see somebody with a handmade
Yeah.
sign in the middle of town square. So roll.
Yeah, I don't really know how to do this, so
Okay. Oh wow, you did it. Shit. Okay. So yeah. So a couple of people come up to you. You make your 2 silver back plus 3 silver more.
nice.
So you earn a net of 3 over the course
Nice.
of that.
Nice.
Alright. Do I spend any spells, or is it mostly just stuff that I can do with my supplies on hand?
This is all like stuff that you can do with your supplies on hand. So go ahead and
Okay.
it would actually be for your medicine kit.
Okay. So do I mark off 2 charges, or?
Yeah, go ahead and mark off 2 charges. Yeah.
Alright. I don't know if that's actually worth it, but I'll have to think about that.
Probably
Can
not.
you reach up? Can you
Pretty sure
recharge
replacing
it?
those would cost more.
Oh.
Pretty sure replacing my supplies would cost more than I just made.
But you do have signs made now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can help people. There you go.
Yeah.
It's worth.
Yeah, buddy.
Uh,
I love it.
I'm gonna have to figure out how this works at some point. How to be a human being who sells stuff, sells services.
So
carefully.
by the end of the night, you see, you guys are doing whatever you're doing in town. Dalen and Derek come back. They have about like 18 silver and a handful of copper pieces that they've earned from doing whatever they were out doing all day. And
Give 'em-
they kind of arrive. That kid is there, and he's kind of like all dirty behind him. And they all sit down and essentially order some food. You can see the little kid pulls out. He's got a couple of like stale loaves of bread. They begin kind of like eating a meal together, and they see some people that are playing games of chance, and they decide to try and win a little bit more.
Makoso's
They-
gonna chastise them if they try to go over.
When they go to gamble away, I'm gonna slip the kid a berry. I'm not gonna do like a wink or anything, but it's kind of like straight face, slip him a berry. A good berry.
Yeah, and the kid he
decent
just
berry.
like scoops it up and he eats it, and he's just like food.
Makoso chastises Dale and Derek. Don't waste your work. Make your own luck.
Well, that's what we're doing right now, sir. Sorry.
So,
Sorry, everything.
Yeah. Makoso is just one to voice his displeasure.
how can we make
It's all good. I hope they lose all of the money they worked for.
All right. Good.
This petty. Is that the petty path of the paladin?
When you don't listen to me, yes.
All right. So I will let you know if they do or don't win anything. They are, they don't give a fuck. It's their money. So
They
anyway,
need to know.
so what are y'all doing? Is of course
Going to
safe in
sleep.
town. If you're going to sleep, cool. If there's something,
Yeah.
one last minute thing you need to do,
No, just
I
resting.
need to sell this stupid Yuan T gear that I've been carrying.
what is it?
The friggin' scimitars.
Oh,
Swords
Okay.
and bows.
you could try and pawn that off here.
Yeah.
Question about those weapons. Do they have any specific or distinct look to them?
They all, actually, yes. They
Oh, I just
all
thought they were normal.
We could've seen
appear
that.
to be uniform. Like they don't look as like it looks as though they were manufactured like a specific I'm trying to think of the
Mold?
word here, but yeah, like a mold. Like they all appear to be like the same in that regard.
We should have showed
Good
these to the
craftsmanship.
gods. Should have showed these to the gods. Maybe this would have swayed them. possibly, about an army
Just
out there.
weapons of good craftsmanship. Nothing to mark them as serpentine.
But maybe they took them from somewhere.
Yes, that's what I was getting at. Is there any? Do we see any markings as far as a signature or anything, like a craftsman signature? Craftsman signature. That was a juicy
No.
way of saying that.
No, and I mean, it's not like you're like the most familiar with all weapons on the planet, but from your collective knowledge, that's usually strange. Most people have some, like, try and put their mark.
Scimitars and bows, I know. That's it.
There is specifically like there's no branding on the equipment.
Do I know what type of wood I guess the bow's made out of? Not necessarily what type of wood, but with them
it's
being in
native.
this, there being obviously, yeah, is the wood itself native to the trees that I know in the swamp?
Do a nature check.
Gotcha. I never understood why nature is tied to intelligence instead of wisdom.
But it's knowing facts rather than having a hunch.
No, that's fine. They appear. They don't. It doesn't appear to be the same wood. That is in the swamp. It appears to be. We'll leave it at that because I don't think in your backstory or anything you've really traveled far outside the swamp.
Nope, Ma'ad is probably the farthest I've traveled outside the swamp.
So the make of these bows is actually pretty top notch as well. They're fairly well made, and you could assume that because of obviously the wood is not the same, but also the craftsmanship, that it wasn't made here.
Yeah, why did we not do this before? This is a lot of good information that
Say,
that we
Because
could
it
have
was
known.
just loot before.
Yeah, we could have known this. We could have known this a long time ago. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, we know it's good craftsmanship.
We should probably keep one of each of those
Sure.
as evidence.
Yeah,
Sure.
that means that somebody somewhere is manufacturing and providing these weapons outside of. Wait, I'll say this in character. It appears, looking over this, that someone manufactured these weapons outside of the swamp. This wood is not made there.
Well,
Which
whoever's
would
responsible, top-notch craftsmanship.
Either somebody
The
brought
question is, yes. How did the UNT get these items?
somebody brought these supplies into the swamp, or the UNT have been out of the swamp.
Both would be very bad things. Unless I'm reading too much into it, and well,
You know, it might be a good idea just whenever we get to a town or city, see if any of the guards are wearing this kind of stuff. If they've taken these things from somebody important, that's probably not good.
I have one of the UNT's bow. That's the longbow that I'm using. So tomorrow, before we leave, I'll go back to the guard post and show him the longbow and maybe one of the swords as well to see if
They recognize it at all.
as probably knowing weapons better than me, if he or anybody in the post recognizes any of those weapons.
Which if they don't believe us about the UNT, you're kind of incriminating yourself if they do recognize it, but
I mean,
No,
it's
actually-
Mhm.
So they no, they kind of make the same notes about like that there's no brand on it, that it's, that they're fairly well made weapons, but they kind of inquire like, oh, where did you get these? But besides that, like, they don't. It's not like they're like, oh, our weapons.
yeah.
Roll my eyes. These were the weapons that the so-called quote-unquote snake people had. And they appear to be manufactured in large quantities. The only problem is we do not have this type of wood in the swamp, which means somebody is bringing these weapons to them. From somewhere.
Well then, maybe you should bring it to the prince. It's evidence.
That's true. What is your name?
That's all I'm saying.
Zolamsi?
What did you call me?
No, that was me. That was me asking out of character. Did you say Zolamsi?
I did not say anything for a name. I didn't say a name.
He said, wait,
It's all in your head.
I thought I heard somebody answer. Sorry.
did you say a name, or did you say that is all I'm saying?
I was about to say that's all I'm saying, but then he interrupted. So
Oh, I thought you said his name was Zolamsi. I'm like, oh, nice. That's a nice name. So that's a good name to make up off the top of your head. But that's all. Okay.
no,
Gotcha.
no. My name is Artebius.
Artevius?
Artebius, yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Artevius. I'll definitely send my regards to the prince for all your help.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bow and make my way out. I didn't say that in a threatening way, by the way. Just he did at least tell us who we could talk to. So
Yeah, he's mostly just been doing it in a more of like a facetious kind of way. Like he's intrigued, but he's more just like making light of it. You know?
yeah,
He does not want to bleed through something in the swamps.
and it's okay.
Perhaps.
We all know he and everybody in that town is going to die, and
Well, also, he doesn't have a reason to believe us.
that makes me feel better.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's not going to matter. He's going to be dead in 2 weeks. So, like, no, they far ahead.
All right, that's all. I just wanted to do that. So
Also, watch this guy be the final boss of the campaign. You should have told us at the UNT, but we did.
he has like one eye now.
Anyway,
Okay. So,
Edmund sits there awkwardly and stares at this man without saying anything.
yeah. So, you do that first thing in the morning.
Yep.
You see Dalen and Derek. They look very cheerful. They apparently hit it pretty big last night.
Of course.
I mean, hitting it big compared to like an adventurer's salary, no, but they managed to make almost 8.
We got a
gold
silver, guys. Whoa, jeez.
from a night full of games of chance. They were able to make about 8 gold.
So they octupled their money.
Pretty much, they started from the bottom. Now they're here.
Now they're here.
Gee.
Anyway,
Gee.
so now we make a decision. Do we leave today, or do we take more time?
Do we want to wait here for Felix to wake up?
I take a look at Felix. How's he looking?
He only has like 2 more days.
Yeah, he's looking a lot better.
Not so good. A lot better.
I don't think it'll be much longer. I mean, he's conscious and he's stable. No signs of trauma as far as I can tell. Just needs rest.
There's been a lot of like trying to feed him broth and stuff while he's unconscious. You can see it's like he's lost like 5 pounds, since he
Mhm.
hasn't eaten. But besides that,
2 more days is
A
honestly
whole
not
lot
that
of weight for my 45-pound body.
Yeah, but sitting still will help his condition, though. Sitting still, keeping cool, comfortable.
Yeah. We'll wait 2 more days until Felix wakes up, and then we'll try to catch a caravan out of here to Mod.
That
sounds
makes sense.
cool.
I mean,
We
if we
can
have,
play.
as long as we have the money, yeah. I mean, we'll wait here for 2 days. But Harold also just goes, I want to check if there's a temple here. I don't know what the religion is native, but I like to go to a place of worship. And he gets up, and I'm going to ask around somebody to tell me if there's a temple in the village, or a temple or a church or a place of worship.
yeah. So it's not that terribly difficult. You ask around, and they all point you in the direction of the temple.
But it probably takes about 3 or 4 people before he starts heading in the right direction, because he's not smart. And then when he gets there, he's going to talk to the person in charge. He's just going to come in and just ask, hello. I am new to these parts. What is the local pantheon?
Hello. Well, what do we worship mostly in this village, or?
Yes.
Well, we mostly worship Lathander, the god of birth and renewal here.
Tell me about Lathander.
Well, he represents life and light, and his symbol is he like gestures. It is the road traveling to sunrise, traveling to a better place. We like to teach that ones they leave things better than they found, that they pursue the sunrise, that they pursue the path of what is right.
Very good. That sounds great. I'm just happy to be in a place of worship again. The quiet, it suits me. I'm going to take a moment to pray, and to my God and to yours. And then I'll be leaving, and no longer disturb you. Good day.
Good day. Lathander will be with you.
And he is freaking Ragnar. Harold is going to just take a seat in the temple, and he is going to make a prayer to Odin for our success in these desperate times, and hopefully, Felix is healing, and also for this party to stick together, for us to rise above the common men and elves and gnomes we are, and to have success. And he's also going to pray to the Thunder, let him know that he is accepting of this faith, and that the Thunder sounds extremely decent, and that he is tolerable. And then he is going to go back to the...
Alright.
That is all.
Alright, very good.
Probably all I do in the student.
Yeah, so you, as you do that, you kind of feel that familiar warmth kind of flow through you. Your kind of subtle connection to Odin. And you feel as though he hopefully has heard what you had to say. Take a few moments of silence and kind of get up and respectfully walk out. Alright. Anyone else?
When when Harold mentions that he wants to go to a place of worship, Mikoso, after Harold leaves, Mikoso stands and says, "That seems like a good idea." And he wants to find a forge,
Oh.
and he wants to hammer on something.
Okay. So, yeah, you go to, there's a smithy, and you just want to use you just want to use their equipment, or like any old thing, like just like help out, or like work on something that's your own.
Smith, what's the next item on the docket?
Well, let me take a look here. And he goes through the list, and I have some horses that need to be shoed. I have this, and he begins like going off. There's all sorts of various things, like he was gonna make
The first
nails,
thing he says is
shoes.
horseshoes.
Yeah.
The second he says that, fine, and I want to make horseshoes.
Okay.
Just create something.
Just
I
make
like
a quick
how
persuasion
It is
check.
important.
I like how Mikoso said 4 words to this man and is like,
Yeah. Yeah,
Go ahead and just,
that's exactly how he does it.
Make a persuasion check.
Dooba dooba doo. Sure.
Okay. It's above 10. So he kind of like gives you the squint, and like there's enough room. Okay. You would like to help me? Do you have any experience with the smithing tools, etc.?
Mikoso looks at the man. Creating is important. And that's all he says. Before I assume he has a he has like a mold and such. Because this is like standard work.
He's got it all. So he's kind of like he's kind of showing you where things are, but he's also like does this guy actually know
Sizing him
anything?
up.
Like fucking strangers
Yeah.
coming in and
Fucking-
offering to help, but
Yeah.
so
Fucking weirdo walking into a shop offering to help but not talking to him.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no.
So he's like, all right, checking what you're about. His eyes do not leave you the whole time that you're in his shop, but
Good.
he allows you to help out. He doesn't appear to be like awfully busy this second, so which is probably why he's sparing the time of day. But he starts to do
Just the
some
act of creation.
yeah, so you guys are like doing it together. He's just like, this is where this tool is, or he hands it to you, and he's kind of like, he's just watching silently for a lot of it. So yeah, you end up helping him. Like the first thing is horseshoes, but then you guys are going through. There's like nails. There's all sorts of like little odd and end shit that he's like doing in the downtime. Seems like his hottest item was probably the horseshoes at this section.
Excellent. I'm not trying to put in a full day's work. It's just like because we have weren't we invested? We were going to go to a caravan, right? Or were we waiting? We're waiting for Felix.
Yeah. Waiting 2 days and then probably gonna try and take care of him.
Okay. Still not putting in a full day's work, but put in a half day.
Right. Okay. So you put in a half day. You guys if you had known where everything was and he wasn't like over your back the whole time, you probably could have gotten more done. But at this point, seems comfortable enough with you that he's just like letting you do your own thing. By the end of it, and good work. You can.
Thank you
Not-
for the use of your forge.
I'm not taking any apprentices right now, but you seem to know your way around the forge. You're certainly welcome here. And with that, he just kind of hands you like 4 silvers.
I'll pocket 2 of them, and I'll give him the other 2 back. creation is the important bit. Thank you.
And he gives you a bow.
Return. Excellent.
Okay. Anybody else? Felix, what are you doing? It's the most fucking
Sleep.
I wasn't prepared.
straight
The
out.
mic was off.
Epic
I am
session.
sleeping. I wake up. Where am I?
I like how he's been listening this whole time. He's fucking unconscious.
There's no one around me, is there?
Is he awake
Listen,
yet?
No, we're gonna like skip till you wake up.
Okay.
We're not gonna role play out like 2 more days of waiting for him to wake up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wander around like whatever hotel or lodge or whatever I'm in. I'm gonna wander around until I can find someone that looks familiar.
You probably see me first if
Edmund
these
and
two-
Harold are probably closest to you.
Okay. So I'm probably gonna find
Yeah.
Edmund. Like, what happened?
Oh, Lucas finally decided to wake up.
Yeah, I tend to sleep good parts.
Didn't get hit so hard you needed to sleep for so long, but you've been down for about 9 days.
9 days.
Yes.
How far away are the Yanti?
About 600 miles. I don't know how far away they are. I just made up a number.
I don't think the continent is 600 miles.
Yeah.
Or actually, it is. It is. But
How
that's
far
an
away-
exaggeration.
Instead of just making up a number.
The swamp is about 30 miles away. 34 miles away.
Well, if we
What
got
about-
out of,
Did
out
any
of
of the village
the-
survive?
go ahead.
Oh, I just asked if any of the villagers survived.
We have 3 of them. A boy and 2 men. Daryl and Derek, right?
Dalen and Derek.
Dalen and Derek.
That's too bad.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yes.
When I asked them if they want to keep going or stay here, what did they say?
What do you mean?
Dalen and Derek.
They said they were going to take the kid and go their own way.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I missed that.
I also missed that.
Take the kid
Cool.
and go to
Yeah. They're not going to keep traveling with us.
today.
Oh, fair enough.
Give him a kid.
I mean, we're assuming they know each other. Seems like they do.
Yeah.
All right. I don't care either way. I'm not taking. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, but how are you feeling, Felix?
I don't know. A little groggy. Where's everyone else?
I would imagine Harold's in the building. He's just not in the room right now.
Harold is somewhere playing, and Marcoso probably somewhere forging. Somewhere.
Probably somewhere beating up civilians.
Yes, probably. Here, have a drink. Get him.
Your family didn't make this, did they?
No.
Okay. It's probably good then.
Mhm.
I take it as and I drink it.
It's straight moonshine. No.
Just
Poison.
Trying to kill me.
This goes down water.
I'd imagine at this point, Harold kind of walks in with some supplies. He was going to check on Felix and just looks at them and just goes, You're awake.
Yes, not feeling the greatest.
I've never seen someone go down that long. That's good.
There's some fucking creepy old guy in the bar. Hey, you haven't lived long enough. And he just like boom, like down on the table. He's fucking down.
All right. And
Well, I'm doing better than he is. Where are we specifically?
trying to remember the name of this town.
Some desert town.
Never asked.
Yeah, we never asked. So it's like
Okay.
it's a desert town. If I had to guess, maybe 50 miles from the swamp.
Oh, so we made it out of the swamp.
Yes, we've been moving for the past couple of days now. We stayed here
days.
for a little while. At least until
Couple days. How long have I been out?
Felix Edmund just told you 9 days.
Is that what he said? I missed that. My bad.
Yes.
He worked at 10.
Well, anyway, now that you're up, we can get moving again, at least sometime soon.
Where are we planning on heading?
To Mod, the capital. Hopefully. We're planning on taking a caravan, but I don't know if we have the funds. We'll look into it.
What have they given us on prices for caravans so far, or is there just none available?
I have not been looking, but we can check now. We were waiting for you to be conscious.
Okay. Let's see what we have around.
Edmund, you know the way that these places work better than I do. Let's go and try and find something.
Sure.
You're the local, so caravans.
Actually, what's his face already told us we could catch something on the way out of town, right?
I haven't heard anything about that.
The guy at the guard post. Oh, that I was asking that one.
The guy at the guard post told you if you want to go to Mod, the easiest way is to head south to Biba and take a barge across the river.
Right.
But looking for a caravan to take us specifically, what would that cost us?
He didn't tell you what it would cost you, but
Yeah, well, that's what we're looking for right now.
yeah, a ferry across the river would probably be like
The-
5 silver.
Well, but we're not crossing the river right now. We're trying to get to the ferry. But we're asking
You could travel on foot
if we can take a caravan out of town.
If you take a caravan out of town, if there's one that's ready to go, whatever, then I mean you can ask around.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do right now.
If you're just gonna essentially tag on for like safety and numbers kind of a thing, it's pretty much free if you're just gonna essentially walk with them, you know. But if you have any sort of, it depends what you're gonna use for resources. You know what I mean? Like you have some stuff here if you want to get any supplies.
Hired on. You can get hired on for to be guards or something. If we can find one.
You can inquire.
Yeah.
Let's try to. I'll talk to the party here. Let's try to see if there's some caravans heading out that we can try to act as protection or become protection for them, so we can at least get paid on our journey.
Yeah, we have a couple days. We might as well make ourselves useful.
Good idea. I was just thinking.
Let's ask around.
If their caravan guards are like the ones with at the outpost, they'll need it.
Yeah.
So, looking around, there is that caravan was packed up and ready to go when you first got in, so they're already gone. Go ahead and do an investigation check, anybody with advantage.
Probably somebody with more intelligence than me.
What's your check?
Felix. Investigation.
All right. Investigation. Where are you?
Nice. So you
Found it
happen
all.
to find nat 20. Yeah,
Been awake for 10 minutes and already have your bearings.
Yeah, you happen to overhear a conversation where like your mind is trained to the point where it's like, this is exactly what I'm looking for, when you like cut pretty much right into the conversation to get all the details of like when the caravan's leaving. You tell them like, oh, I'm looking for a caravan, you know, me and my compatriots, blah blah blah. You tell them the spiel, and they get you a contact. You go over and talk to the guy, and he does have people that guard the caravan already, but because of how valuable the things in the caravan are going to be, like this shipment in particular is going to be, he doesn't mind hiring on a few extra hands. So for like the unskilled labor, I mean, you guys are skilled labor, but I mean like general kind of like guards pay is like he'll cover all the rations and whatever, and he'll pay you each 2 silver a day.
That's fucking awesome.
Let's do it. Better than free.
Yeah, and I will offer my services as both a fighter, a guard, and a healer. If you have any injured.
He hasn't had any trouble on this road. It's just more of the value of the shipment. He's willing to take the extra risk or extra investment to protect from risk.
Mm-hmm.
So
you take that job and head out whenever they do.
Yeah.
So the plan for them is to head out tomorrow. So
Cool.
we'll say you guys do your day, unless there's anything specific you wanted to do. Any
Nothing
I sell these
Okay.
weapons.
Yeah, you can try and sell the weapons if you like. Yeah.
We were gonna keep one of each, right?
Yeah.
Is what we said.
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
Just the ones I have. I'm carrying as my weapons.
which ones do you have?
One.
I have-
Longbow.
A longbow and a sword, a scimitar that
Oh.
that's not part of the items that you have.
So I can sell all of the 2 longbows and the 4 scimitars I have.
Well, no,
Right?
still keep items for identification.
Did you
Oh, I
not,
thought you said you had them.
did you not
Huh?
give any of those bows away to some of the villagers?
Didn't you say they were all useless? Like none of them were good?
Yeah, well, none of them like were trained in a bow.
Yeah, I asked you.
Yeah,
Do any of them display any talent at all? And you said no.
Okay. I was just checking. I was just making sure because I know some people gave some stuff.
But and just to clarify, Rick is like Edmund, keep confusing names, is using the bow and scimitar that you guys found. So that's
okay.
probably why he wants to have the spares. Because
Oh,
he's
okay.
using those.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
So this is like this is the 3rd day in town, right?
Yeah. Yeah? No? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the smithy that I was helping out at
Okay.
for the past 2 days.
All right. Fair enough.
You said it was an older guy?
Yes. He's kind of like he's like very thick. He's a little hunched over, but his upper torso is kind of like twisted with, years of fucking knotted muscles and whatnot. He's got like a pretty good heft of gray in his beard.
Old man. I refuse. I like to think that we just didn't exchange names. Like we've just been working.
Boy.
I flip my pack over my shoulder, and I pull out scimitar, 3rd scimitar.
And he picks them up and he like plays with them in his hands. Did you make these, boy? These are very good.
Spoils of war.
And he puts it down like almost distastefully. And you wish to make trade?
Nod.
Okay. Is there something you need, or are you just looking for a payout?
I am equipped, but whatever you have that you think is fair for gold.
First things first. As he's inspecting it, who did you steal these from?
Makoso actually scoffs. Steal? Spoils of war. Bought with blood.
From what? From who? Who did you kill to get these from? I will have none of it in my shop.
I tried to warn your guards when I came here. In the swamp. Snake men. They're killing everyone. At the very least, have yourself equipped. Prepared.
He nods slowly. I see.
We've created these past these 2 days. You think that low of me?
It is one thing for a man to create, but it is another for a man to destroy.
Makoso bites his tongue.
But he as he says that, he takes them behind the counter. But if what you say is true, then we may need this. Very well. I have a 45 gold pieces for you. For the 3.
Ooh.
I take out a longbow and I sit on the table. And I say, 45. I'm throwing in the longbow for free.
So be it. Okay. And
I respect him.
He takes that, and you can see as he carefully takes them each and he puts them on without trying to damage them. He gives you all the coin in a nice little leather pouch and puts it in your hand.
I look at him and say, Do you know the village Tima?
Tima. Does not ring a bell, no.
North of here in the swamp. It's gone. Be prepared. And I'll take the pouch and leave.
He nods. Be well, boy.
Walking out, I.
And it,
oh yeah.
as you're there's a one, there's the bring 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 as the little bell, before the door closes. You just hear, keep creating.
As the door closes, and Makoso pauses outside, and looks down. Takes a moment and then returns to the inn. Creation, destruction, 2 sides of the same coin, friends.
All right. So as you've secured your passage, you begin packing your bags and getting what provisions and preparing yourselves for the next step, the journey to Mod. I think that's where we're gonna leave it.
All right.
Pick up next week.
Sweet.
I can play next week.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And not only that, you're level 5 now. You have 3rd level spells. How crazy is that?
Wait,
Do you know what that
are we level 5? No, probably not.
He was gonna, but now that I said it, he can't.
That is a very true fact, but I'll still give it
No
to you.
way.